Welcome, welcome, everybody. We are live for Dungeons and Dragons, episode 6 of The Rise of Tiamat. So we'll be continuing our campaign today. And just as a recap for people that's just coming on at this episode, Bander, did you want to read the recap of where we're at?
I sure do. The cult of the dragon has been striking back against the adventurers and their plot to stop their summoning of the god Tiamat from the Nine Hells. Even Waterdeep was hit hard by several dragons, with the sound of the Drakhorn in the air calling for all dragonkind to support their queen, Tiamat. It is up to this group of adventurers and the Council of Waterdeep to find a way to end their plan. They've taken one of their dragon masks, the black one, and have taken much of the hoard that was to be used for the summoning. They know that there must be a mass sacrifice as well, perhaps in the thousands. The days ahead are growing dark, and dread is beginning to fill the air. Are they living in the final days, or can they find a way to stop the sinister plot of the cult of the dragon? They are headed south toward Boarskyr Bridge, where there are rumors that Varram the White, a worm speaker with the white dragon mask, has possibly lost his mask, idiot, and has been seen by Harper agents in the area. What's he up to? And what can our group of adventurers do to stop him? Tonight, they ride south to learn more and dig deeper into the rise of Tiamat.
Excellent.
Well done. Well done.
Very good. So, you guys are on the road here, and most recently on your way headed southeast here to the Boarskyr Bridge, you had ran across a naked man with a hat, and
That's right.
he was asking you to take him to a town called Prevenast. And you guys have already traveled this road on your way up, and you are fairly certain, as you have a map as well, given to you by the council, that this town doesn't exist. And you're aware of this, but you've decided to bring him along out of curiosity, and he's not naked now. He was given a robe to borrow, by the way. Fife gave him one of her robes, so he's wearing that now, and he's riding behind Balasar on his horse as you guys head south, which he claims it was just off the road. Couldn't miss it to the right. Let's see. Let me share the map first, so everybody can see where we're at. So that line is where we left off, where you guys took off with the now-robed man. And let me open up my drawing here. Once you guys get in between the Trollbark Forest here, between the trail about here, which takes about a quarter of the day, so it's still daytime, and you do see, coming up ahead on your right, you see what looks to be ruins, made of stone, and it's to the right, and you just see like jutted out structures, and as you approach closer, the man, Balasar, he starts to get kind of excited, and he begins to point towards it. Paranast, just there. We're almost there. Thank you, my friends. The horses draw closer.
What his name was again?
I don't think you guys have asked for his name.
Can we ask for his name before we chase him?
Hang
What's
on.
this guy's name? What's your deal, bro?
Let me find his name. Hang on.
His name is Bob.
Kalishtar. My name is Kalishtar of Paranast.
Kalishtar?
Yes.
I'm Balasar.
Our names rhyme.
Do you think this guy's like a different version of Balasar?
A naked version.
You know, adventurers, they have funny names these days. Funny names, these adventurers.
So as you guys draw closer to it, you can make it out. It is definitely what looks like it could have been a town. For example, you see a dry well in the center. But if it was a town, it was a long time ago. It looks completely deserted. There's vines growing up around just stone, very crude structures from a bygone age.
Is it safe to say, Nate, that like our spidey senses would be tingling, like from seeing this?
You feel eerie, but not in danger. Your club of warning isn't going off. You don't feel like you're in danger. It just feels really eerie. You get this suspicion that something is awry.
Can I do a ghost check? Can I roll for ghost? Is this guy a ghost?
Arcana.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a general perception check of what I see before me town wise.
Okay.
Oh yeah, ditto.
Check for ghost.
Also,
Check for ghost.
yeah, I'm on high alert for this guy because I know he's lying.
Or he's a ghost.
So Krabic. Let me see what we got here. Okay, yeah, well, sir, you don't notice absolutely anything. 5
Where
with Krabic.
And
You're
fuck
still
you
stuck
too,
on the
Balthazar.
You're still stuck on the fact that his name rhymes with yours.
Yes.
Alistair. I'm doing the Dave Letterman, Oprah Uma thing.
So 5 and Krabic, you get the feeling as you're nearing the town and he's getting excited. You notice, both of you, that he does, as he passes through some sunlight, he looks ethereal. You can see through him for a moment. You do believe he is a ghost.
Wow, good guess.
And
I mean, when a man takes you to abandoned town that's thousands of years old, this is an ancient place, and he's a ghost. This man's a ghost.
so as you,
Alistair, are you excited about arriving at your destination?
he's speechless.
Oh.
Okay. Kind of a rude response, but fair enough.
He's speechless. So as
He's
you guys,
speechless. He's speechless at the fact that his town is like ruins.
well, as soon as it gets close, he jumps off the horse, and as soon as his feet touch the ground, the robe just falls to the ground. You do hear as it hits the ground the jingle of what sounds like coin, and that is it. It is dead silent. Only a small wind rustling through some of the vines on the structures before you.
So he brought us here and then he pieced out.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Wait, so he's not standing there naked? He's just gone.
He's
He's just
gone?
gone. Yeah, the robe he hit as soon as his foot touched the ground. Robe crumpled, and you heard a jingle of coin.
Well, I'm going to investigate the robe.
I'll check out the coins, I guess.
What exactly do you do, Krabic? You just pick it up and look at it.
Yeah, figure out what made the jingly noise.
Okay, yeah. As soon as you pick up the robe,
Uh-oh.
some coins fall out and hit the ground. It's about 8. Yes, it is 8 coins hit the ground, and you immediately recognize these are not the standard gold pieces. They have some emblems on them you don't recognize, and they look very old, but they are made of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of us recognize what kind of... There you go. Do some history checks.
Yeah, I'll do a history check too. Not as good as-
Balasar is thinking about how this is the second time he has been near a ghost and communicating with a ghost and had no idea. So now I'm. But I did. I will say, I said I would not turn undead. I would not turn it away until I knew it was bad, and this one was not bad. So I have learned.
Wait, don't I have like a helmet where I could read all a bunch of languages and stuff now?
Yeah, you do. Wait, did you get that? I think you got that.
I got that one.
Yeah,
I didn't get the
yeah.
helm.
You didn't get the
brilliance.
The brilliance, right. All right, so first of all, Fife immediately recognizes from the markings on it, not necessarily any words, but just from the markings on the coins, that this is from the Amaskar. It's just an ancient, what was known to be a magical empire. Their days are long since gone. They were basically a group of godless wizards, big into portals, and they weren't nice people. They were known to enslave people from outside of their empire. But yes, that's basically. They actually, for example, to so just to kind of give you a little description here on the coin, what we outside of game would consider Egyptian. There's the mark of Horus Ray and Set on the coins, which actually are gods from ancient times, no longer really worshipped in Faerun.
Can I read the coin?
Yes, there are a few words on it. Nothing really too out of the ordinary. Glory to the godless ones is across the top.
I relay that information to my colleagues.
Oh man.
All I can say is it says glory to the godless ones.
These coins seem important, and I am going to say that we should not spend them. We should do more research on them. The next time I'm in a town, I will do some research.
Okay, are you pocketing those then, Kravik?
If everyone's cool with that.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe like wrap them up or something. I don't know. I don't want them like, they could be cursed coins. Although we did help this naked ghost with his naked ghost business, so maybe he's like thanking us. But I don't know. Ghosts are tricky business.
All right.
Godless coins? No, thank you.
I would like to take special care to not touch my skin to the coins.
Okay, no problem. And you put them in a pouch on your side, and they're in your inventory. Gold coins of Amaskar. 8 of them. All right, and that's it for here. Unless you guys want to do anything else, I'll narrate the rest of the journey.
Well,
Do we want to explore the town?
yeah, exactly. Is there nothing in the town that is worth of note?
Everybody roll me just an investigation.
Man, I didn't realize how hard it is to try to roll in this game with one hand. Investigation?
Yes.
Oh wow, we
rolling like shit today.
Man, he got excited about that.
Thank God we are.
Oh!
Uh-oh, Tronic's got it.
You like that, Tronic? You like that kid in who broke his arm and then could like throw perfect pitches.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the
I'm learning by this role, seeing all these roles right now, that this is not a very intelligent group. We have very low, except Kravik has it. Kravik gets a bonus, but he rolled very poorly. And Fife has a decent. Yeah. Okay. All right. 2 people have good intelligence, but I have a negative on my
have you
roll.
not already figured out by our journey so far that
We're all not intelligent. No, fair enough.
Yeah, you know what? We all have our own. You're more wise, Lenora, and Kravik's smart, and Tronic is strong, and Balasar is nice. So
and brave.
And brave.
Nice?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm nice.
That's nice. Roll for nice.
No, I love it. I love it. Just a nice guy. Cool. Let's keep going.
Tronic, while investigating, the only thing you found, basically, it looks like this has been ransacked many times. The only thing you found was under some brush. You did find some gold coins, 10 of them.
of the same nature as the ones
no, these are regular.
Oh.
I'm gonna add that to your inventory. 832.
Does anybody? I gave us all 2. I'm not a greedy man. We can split it up. Unless you guys all just want me to hold on to it.
Just hold on to it. I'm fine.
These gold coins, I'm not gonna. I don't want any.
No, these aren't the cursed ones. These are
ones that probably just dropped by somebody trying to steal some
Yeah,
stuff.
keep it. You spent all that money on that hat.
No, I didn't get the good hat, so I actually have all that money still.
No.
Oh yeah, and I fixed everybody's gold too, and I put your gems back in your inventory 5 from whatever happened last session.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So you guys continue on your path. Now this is a really long journey. This takes several weeks. I'm just going to narrate the parts that are important. Go ahead.
Nate, before you continue, I believe we did want to stop in the Forest of Worms. Is that the place you wanted to get that stuff for the potion guy to make stuff for Tronic?
That's right.
Just note that we are going to make a brief detour
Okay.
If and when we get there.
Oh,
All
and
right.
I gotta give Roenick his mother orc doll.
Ah,
Which I did.
I thought you'd already given it to him.
I still have it in my inventory.
So let's say you guys make it to here, and it's night. Well, actually, it's technically be the second night because you guys traveled a day on the last session, and make up camp here, and you can role play that out. So you guys have made a little camp here at the fire and set up some crude tents.
I'm not even gonna give it to him in person. I'm just gonna sleight of hand it like into his pouch because I think it's embarrassing to give a grown orc man a doll publicly. So I'm just gonna make sure he has it privately so he doesn't have to acknowledge it. So I'm just gonna like sneak it in. So he doesn't see.
All right. Let me put that in his inventory. I'll take it out of yours. Slide a hand roll that real quick. For me, Fife.
Well, if we're gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna bardic inspiration.
All right.
I don't need it. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. All right, that's in your inventory, or that's been swapped. Unless you guys have anything else you want to roleplay through the night.
Do a perception check on where we are. I get another +5 on this. That's a 19.
Okay, 1 second then. Okay, you are just heading out. You're still technically within the confines of the Trollbark Forest. Let's see. It's famous for being devoid of birds and not many other small woodland creatures. Being that they've all mostly been eaten by its monstrous inhabitants. A lot of carnivorous and poisonous creatures are known to be here, as well as like black ashes and twisted oaks and scrub pines, which are dangerous and poisonous. A lot of poisonous snakes here, and giant slugs. And that's pretty much what it is. The Knights of the Sword Coast, which was a group of famed adventurers, traveled through the forest and took down an ancient lich many, many years ago, known as a Berthist. But they attempted to. It didn't work, and they perished in combat. And some of the adventurers escaped and retired to Waterdeep some 40 years past.
All right. Well, that was very interesting.
Jared's a player where he will like look at every like option to read and just be like, okay.
I cast Faithful Hound before we go to sleep to keep an eye out for us.
All right. All right, you guys make it through the night with no issues, and you wake well rested. And I don't know, does anybody actually need the long rest? I think you do, Fife, right?
Nope, I'm all good. I got healed up.
Okay.
For bardic inspiration.
That's I just keep that track of that myself. There's no place for that in my.
All right, and you guys, I need to take her off the combat tracker. You guys continue south. Yes.
I tell Faithful Hound, good job, boy.
Yes. And you guys travel. You actually, to save time, you go around Dragonspear in your path to get there as quickly as possible. You get to here before you need to rest for the second night. Uneventful, unless you guys have anything you want to roleplay. And you continue cutting. Did you guys have something?
No.
All right.
Oh no, I'll say I practiced my monologue for the guys. I've been trying to I've been workshopping a few new bits. So I try on a few things.
Performance check.
Yeah, let's roll a performance check. Let's see how well it went off.
Oof.
Not so good. You're tired. You're tired from the road, you know?
Plus 11.
Give her a small little golf clap. Like
the saddle's not very comfortable on the horse. It's been a rough day.
Fife, it's a good thing.
We rehearse.
Fife, if I saw
Fife, it's a good thing you can fight.
Fife, if I saw anybody else do what you just did, I would be impressed as hell. But I know what you're capable of, and you can do better.
Oh God, I'm not good at monologues.
I feel like it has a good premise, but it just needs a little refinement. That's all.
Okay. This is why we practice.
We're looking forward to the next draft.
Yeah, we gotta do a little iteration before we take it on the road. You know, this is a safe space to perform.
A first draft is better than a no draft. Let's just
also, a part of what you did was a little bit insensitive towards halflings. I'm just going to say it. I think there's a little bit of halflingism in there.
You know, I should run it by a few people that I know in WaterDeep. You know, they do like a sensitivity read on a lot of my stuff.
Yep.
Well, you know, I think in 842 that would have been acceptable, but now that we're in 849, I feel like it's a little you got to watch yourself a little bit.
No, yeah, you're totally right. I need to check myself. I need to get these secondary reads. You know, art is a collaborative effort.
And listen, some people might be offended that you use the W word, but I think it's fine.
Okay. As you guys continue south, you're timing everything out because you were told that it would be easy to spot this flower at night. So you guys are using the map and trying to time things out so that you'll arrive at the Forest of Worms at night. Well, when you get to the X here, and you're about to start heading up the path that leads up into the Forest of Worms, as you're coming down the path, you hear a loud boom sound, like something large is hitting the ground up above, and you see a bit of dust and debris flying up in the road up ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
Perception check on what that could be. I'm rolling terribly today.
Yeah, we're all rolling pretty bad.
Let me see. I've been rolling pretty well, so if my hand would cooperate. Really,
Krabic and Balasar, at the sound of it, their horses pull up. Well, Balasar was already in the front. Krabic's horse kind of pulls up, and there's a little bit of a dip up a bit of a hill, this you're hitting some kind of rolling hills kind of area here, and you guys run up just in time to catch the glimpse of what looks to be a giant of some sort.
Ooh. Wait, do I see it too? No, I guess not. Didn't even wait for the roll to come out.
Ooh, does anybody here remember those giants that we were friends with back in the Magic Flying Castle? Because maybe we can use that as like a parlay. Maybe get this guy on our side for the war against the dragons.
Wasn't it something cloud?
Those were cloud giants.
Well, maybe they're friends with the rock giants. I don't know.
Is this a rock giant? What kind of giant are we looking at?
No, you don't think it was a cloud giant. It looked like, based on where the location that you're at, it's most likely a hill giant.
I just rolled a history check on if I know anything about these giants and their relationship with the other giants.
All right. 1 second.
Day, strong man.
Do. I can aim out.
Did I ask for like a pendant from the giants to like prove that we have friends of giants? When
you do have one. You do have one. It was for cloud giants, but yes, it would show that you're friends with a type of giant. So hill giants are known to be very selfish and brutish, very bully. Typically, you run into one, you're going to have to fight because they're not very intelligent and they eat smaller races.
Oh boy.
Nothing about if they're friends with cloud giants?
Nothing, no.
I mean,
probably too low of intelligence usually. I mean, there could always be a one-off, situation, but they're known for being they're notorious for being moronic.
Guys, I'm thinking we should just kill this giant.
It's just one giant?
That's all they've seen.
That's all we've seen.
Oh. Do we know if hill giants travel in packs or are they lone wolves?
They're known for traveling together. Yeah, they are known for it. Doesn't mean they always do. Just depends on what they're doing. But
does anybody want to stealth around and see if they can find any more, or if it's just the one?
How far ahead is it? And is it in the middle of the road, or is it guarding the road, or is it just on its way? Yeah,
it's like there's some hills, and you just caught the top of his head over a rolling hill up ahead. As you just caught a glimpse of him, and now you can't see him because of the hills.
I would like to turn myself invisible and do a perimeter check to see if there are any. If it's just the one.
Okay.
Why don't you send your back?
Well, because I'm already invisible.
All right.
All right.
Ah,
Do it again.
man.
So, Kravik,
That sucks.
you sneak around to the top of the hill, and as you peer down, it does appear to only be one hill giant. He's picking up boulders and just tossing them onto the ground, breaking them, basically.
I do want to. Hey, everybody! I do want to kill this guy, but I'm also really curious as to what his deal is.
Why don't you pretend to be a ghost? Hill giants are pretty stupid.
Or just stay invisible.
This is all over message.
Yeah, use instant messenger when you're.
Yeah, all right. I'll message this giant. Hey, what you do?
I meant message us. I meant
All right,
message
well-
us when you find out what was going on. But cool.
Yeah, how far ahead is... So Kravik's pretty far ahead of the rest of us since he went
Yeah.
over the hill and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And
He's
we
about
don't know
100
that
yards
he's-
away.
Okay, we don't know that he's mentioning, or whatever. I guess since he said, like, oh, I want to figure out what his deal is, I'll start to ride towards him. Yeah,
Okay.
because,
All
Jared,
right.
if you use that message cantrip, your invisibility will go away.
All
Are
right.
you sure?
Yeah, I think it says when you cast a spell.
Yeah.
Do cantrips count?
Oh.
Yeah, it's technically a spell, yeah. Do you still want to do that?
No, I'll just tell him with my voice.
And you're going to say what you do?
I say, hey, what you do?
In common, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when you say that, he has a boulder up over his head, and he stops, and he still with it over his head. He slowly turns in your direction. Treasure
All right,
and
well,
rock.
I want to make sure that I am moving like out of his. Like I never want to be in direct
Right.
in the direct path of a possibly thrown boulder.
Okay.
So I'm not just standing where I am.
Right. You're moving
Right.
backwards, trying to stay out of his range. He's still pretty far from you. And he just says, look for treasure and rock.
Find any?
No.
Hate dragon?
Yes, dragon bad.
Want fight dragon with us?
No dragon here.
Well, could eventually.
What eventually?
oh boy.
All right.
Use
Well,
a bigger word.
Yeah,
for
this
it.
this giant does not have object permanence, my dude.
have fun with rock.
Yes, no take rock. My rock.
All right. I'll go back to everybody else and
Oh,
take away my invisibility and go. This guy's dumb. We should either avoid him or murder him.
I mean, do we need to murder him? I feel like if we can get past him, that's nice. And if we can't, then, then we can rock up. I don't know. I just feel bad. The guy's not doing anything. He's just breaking rocks.
Yeah, I'm down for sneaking around instead.
Okay, so you guys just want to avoid them and head up into the woods? Into the
For
Forest
me.
of Worms?
Well, actually, before we do that, can I stealth over and just sort of try to, do we know, have we seen anything come out of these rocks? Like, what if something really pulls on these rocks? I know I just said, not to kill him, but we can...
So Kravik, when you were there, you could see, busted boulders everywhere. Like, he's been doing this for quite a while, possibly, it's a project of his or something. I mean, there's no way for you to know if he actually found anything in them or not, but it sure does look like he's busted a lot of them. There's 40 of them just busted around the general vicinity.
I am skeptical that there would be any treasure in these rocks.
Can I make a history check just to make sure there is no rumors of treasure in this area?
Yeah, roll a history check for me.
I say we go and look anyway because I just want to hear Jared talking to the giant again.
Oh, there you go.
Kravik is fairly certain that this is total nonsense. Maybe a ancient fossil or something would probably be the best you would find in a boulder.
Alrighty, I believe you, Kravik. Fair enough. I don't want to kill somebody for nothing.
All right, let's do our sneaky.
All right, so you guys you guys go just take a wide berth around. Whoops. And I'll show you guys. You guys actually go up and around this way. Now, because you took a alternate path to get into the Forest of Worms instead of directly entering, it took a little more time than you had originally planned. So you do arrive at the Forest of Worms, but it's middle of night now. And as you enter in, it's very dark and dense. So basically now you can just barely see. There's just such a thick canopy atop of the forest, and basically, if you guys are looking for the particular flower, just everybody roll me a investigation.
Do I know why we're looking for this flower?
It's for him. It's for you.
I know, but do I know that? Did you guys tell me that? Was I there? I don't think.
They haven't role-played that they told you, at least.
Yeah, what are we doing here? What are we looking for?
A flower.
We're looking to solve the problem of you, Troenick. The problem of
like Troenick.
All right, so Fife and Krabick both find a large, in separate areas, a very large, almost like a bush of them. So let me see. Fife finds 18. Krabick finds... Okay, I can't use that. Hang on. Krabick finds 32.
wow.
So quite a bit of them. And after you guys find them, because you guys have been searching for a couple of hours to find these, and you've all tried to stay within the general vicinity of each other so you don't get lost. But the sounds of the forest as the night gets longer are getting louder, and you're all beginning to feel very uneasy. So let me add 18 to 5.
Thank you.
All right, and then let me add 32 to Krabick.
Thank you.
What's the flower for?
We're gonna try to cure your multiple personality syndrome.
With a flower?
Yeah. We met with an herbalist in the town who said that it might perchance could work.
He's gonna make a potion. It's not like just a flower, but it'll be like a potion to help keep you from getting switched out when you get bonked. Because I'm feeling, realistically, we've all gotten bonked on the head a bunch. There's not much we can stop.
Do you not see my nice new helmet? But yes, I hear you.
But when you hook up with someone, you use birth control, but then you also want to use a condom too.
Gotcha. So multiple prophylactics here. Got it.
Multiple prophylactics for your noggin.
For my head.
All right. Are you guys just going to leave, or do you want to investigate the forest further?
What do we know about the Forest of Worms? Is there anything exciting in here?
Yeah, if anybody wants to know anything, roll me a history check.
Here comes another low roll. Yep.
Yep. All right. Here comes a 12 or something.
Oh, baby. I'm on fire.
Literally. No, wait. I was going to say literally a 12.
Hey, I learned something. Probably 2.
Look at us dumb guys.
Actually, Balasar, you've heard of this through an excerpt from the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide you've read before, which the quote was, "Though Gosen advised me against doing so, ultimately I chose it for the same reason he tried to discourage me, because only a fool would enter this wood intentionally." And Krabick, you know that it's known for its flora and fauna, and it was once part of the elven realm of Chantel Othrir. And
Say that again?
Chantel Othrir. It was there once was an ancient Saruk city within the forest, and there is a a legend that there's an artifact somewhere here known as the Naha Fountain.
Do we know what the Naha Fountain does?
I'll give it
Do
to
I
you
know
that
anything
you
with
do.
I rolled a 19. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, I'll get to you, Tronic, here in a minute. Let's see. It is supposedly... It's one of the great treasures of Faerun, even though it may or may not exist. Where is it? Oh my god, there's way too many of these. Where's it at? Let's see here. Supposedly, of course, this is through many, many, many legends. It grants eternal life if you drink from the Naha Fountain.
Oh, well, we're sticking around then all night long.
I will pitch
know,
this
man.
to the group. So there is apparently a fountain in these woods that when you drink the water, it gives you eternal life. Here's my pitch for why we shouldn't go looking for it. Because I feel like everything with eternal life comes with like a massive curse. And so even if we do manage to find this thing, I'd be very skeptical about drinking from it. But
Like what? What comes with a massive price that is...
well,
giving us eternal life?
for example, we could drink it and become immortal, but we would also become slaves to some sort of a demigod. That's like one example.
You become immortal, but it's not like you're young forever. You just get like old and old and old until you're just like living bones.
Yeah, so it's like
no,
you can't die,
well,
but it's
no.
not good.
Now, according to what you've heard, Krabick, actually, it just stops aging altogether.
Oh.
That may
All
not
right,
be
well,
true.
five,
It may
it's
not
not-
be true, but that's what it supposedly
Well,
does.
Five is now a little interested. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, all that beauty routine stuff, huh? This would negate the need for any of that.
Well, I vote to not go. Eternal life is the providence only of the gods themselves, and we are but servants and dust on the
All right.
ground.
That's 2 votes for no.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. I mean,
May I
eternal
also
life.
remind everyone that only fools would stay in this forest, as far as I have heard.
Would I
I
would like to
don't think
remind you
anybody's
that,
ever thought we weren't fools.
yeah, I would like to remind you that we are fools.
Our intelligence, famously, very low.
Yeah, the
We are-
median intelligence of this group is not particularly high.
I don't think Lenora buys it. I think Lenora is with Krabick that typically these things come with a cost. Even if she hadn't heard of one, even if one isn't out there, either the rumors aren't true, or if they were true, every living being in the universe or in the within a 10-mile radius would probably be surveying these woods right now as we speak.
I'm
Or
not
maybe it's
saying
just
we need
really
to like
hard to do.
extensively search around, but if we are walking and we happen to be looking in places or finding some clues, that would not be the worst thing in the world. That's all.
So I feel like that's a good compromise. Like, why don't we take a route through the forest to where we're going anyways, and that way we're not like just searching for this thing, but if we see it when we're walking, like, then that's fine.
And I want to
Okay,
say
well, I
I want to
also
say
will
something
say-
real quick, guys. I want to say something real quick, okay?
Yeah.
When I throw in things like this, what I'm doing here, just out of character here, what I'm doing here is I'm taking an excerpt from an adventure, and tossing it into this campaign. Just so you know, that's what this would be.
So
I would
it's not
say-
you It's not you being like, I threw a fucking giant in the middle of the road and you went around it. I threw you the Fountain of Youth.
Those are
You're like-
random. Those are random just to give you guys opportunity to just see what you guys do.
I know.
But this particular, like when I announce something crazy like an artifact or something that's obviously going to be its own little separate adventure, I'm taking a really cool segment from another campaign and just putting it here because it does exist in the world. You know what I mean?
AKA, don't spend too much time on it.
No. Or spend as much time as you want on it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you guys want to do it, then this is optional content that really is legit to the
Side
lore.
quest.
Yeah,
Does somebody have kittens?
I do. We're rescuing 2 baby kittens right now, and nursing them back to health. So they meow if there's not humans petting them.
Aw.
Do they meow or do they mew?
It's a mew. It sounds like a bird, actually. It sounds more like a call at this point.
I will say, I also vote that if we survive, this whole dragon god end of the world thing, that maybe we come back, we circle back around. We're not going to get that much older,
I'll tell you what. Just because of a random voice in my head, I just changed my voice to let's look for this fucking thing.
All right.
Listen, we don't have to do an extensive search. We just have to, like you said, as we're walking in the general direction that we were going, let's just peek around a little bit and see if we can't find something.
All right.
Yeah,
So there is a.
Like,
Here's how we're going to do this. Are you guys just wanting to travel south and cut through the forest in such a way that if you see something, you see something. If you don't, you don't? Is that pretty much what you guys want to do?
I think that was the vote. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I need whoever's going to lead the charge to literally draw a path through to see if you guys see anything.
Fife. I nominate you.
Sure. Drawing. Into drawing mode.
And by the way, we're just going to use our imaginations. You guys fought some creatures along the way that weren't that big of a deal and not worth doing an encounter for at your level.
Yeah. Take that.
I wasn't trying to go that far.
All right. No, that's fine. So that's how you cut through. So right here, okay, as you reach this spot where I marked the little dot, you to your right here, right below it, there is a what looks to be an old temple, and as you pass by it, you hear. Let me see. Actually, everybody, roll me a wisdom check real quick.
Okay.
Straight wisdom?
Yes.
First good roll of the night.
All right.
Is it a save? Is it a save or
No,
a check?
not a save. Just a regular old wisdom. Let's see here. Okay, Krabic. This is what you hear in your mind. Okay, nobody else hears it. It sounds like a whisper in your ear, and it says,
Stay away. Stay away from the temple of the demonic cult.
I did like how there was a little pause where he's like, I
forgot what it's called.
Stay away from the temple of the demonic cult.
Yeah, it was fun to hear that the page turn in such an evil way.
we didn't hear shit. Only
Maybe
Krabic.
they forgot to turn the microphone off, and his friend was like, "Nice job with that reading, fucking idiot."
To hear a demonic kitten mew. Meow, meow.
All right, guys, listen up. A demonic spirit just told me that we should stay away from that temple over there.
Not for me.
Not my dad.
That means like we should go, right?
Yeah, I feel like.
I don't know.
If they gotta stay away, that generally means like whatever we're looking for is gonna be in there.
You know what?
How did he say it? Did he say like?
Can I Oh, sorry. Nathan, can I detect evil on this thing?
Sure.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go to that and just see.
And something else that's happening at this point, even though you guys didn't hear anything, Lenora, your club of warning is the eyes are opening on it.
Oh,
Mine as well, I guess.
Yes, yes. I couldn't remember who else had one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We both have. Yeah.
Lenora.
Within
Lenora goes, not to be a buzzkill, guys, but danger, danger.
Nate, I rolled the history on the name of the temple that the voice told me.
Okay. Hang on.
Okay,
Roll
yeah,
20.
within 60 feet, I know if something is good or evil and what type of good or evil it is.
Yes, you detect something. Actually, you detect a lot of evil from within the temple, just emanating out, chaotic, evil, undead. Perhaps even a lich.
Everyone, I believe Bay, there is a itch lay in air they.
The one
sorry, I
code
feel
a
like-
lich could never crack.
You know,
Yeah, I feel like demons for sure speak pig Latin.
I don't know if you guys heard.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys heard, but half of that wasn't Pig Latin. So.
Well,
Because I'm
normally,
terrified because there's a lich in there.
Yeah, so let me roll to it. Krabick actually knows something in his many years reading books, etc. He knows that there was supposedly a temple in this forest, and what he's heard of it is protected by a green dragon. To even enter it, apparently a green dragon protects it and considers the temple his personal hoard.
are we looking for?
Well, let's make him our personal whore. Let's go.
It's hoard with the D.
All right, guys. If you guys want to get into like a big fight and maybe kill another dragon, then we can go over to the demonic temple and do that. But Balasar is saying that there's a lich in there. There's gonna be a dragon in there. It's gonna be a fucking big ass fight. But if you guys are in the mood for that, I'm down for that.
You guys ever have a side quest become a main quest? It feels like that kind of vibe right now.
We are not ready for this fight.
Well,
The evil here is too great.
Let's apply it to our fantasy Google Maps. Let's pin it. Pin this locale. Come back in 2 labs, and see how we feel then, huh?
we also have our safety button. We have the tapestry.
This feels like we're definitely tapestrying our way and losing a tapestry if we commit to it.
Or we throw a tapestry on a lich and it's somebody else's problem. We get this temple.
That does sound kind of fun, not gonna lie.
Yes, certainly a super powerful magical being will be thwarted by some fabric. Certainly won't just shrug it off and murder us all.
I'm not saying one way or the other, but I think
I am.
having everlasting life would certainly help us on our quest. Our current.
You know who
quest,
has
right?
everlasting life? That lich that's in there.
Oh,
He's
did you
alive.
become a lich?
I mean, I think he'll become dead, but
What do we know-
possibly.
What do we really know about liches? You know.
Yeah, maybe they're just misunderstood.
Well, look.
Yeah, what do I know about liches, Nathan?
I mean,
Well-
I can tell you about liches, I'm sure. Yeah.
You don't mean this particular one. You just mean liches in general, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I know this particular one, then that's great. But
No, you don't. You don't. This is the first time you've heard of a lich being there. You've only heard of the green dragon protecting it from the outside. I mean, you know that they're lords of the undead, super powerful creatures, akin to. I'm trying to think of a way to put this. Something that you would be very lucky at Shiral's current skill to survive.
Oh, so we're smart. Okay, so we know that then.
I mean, it's possible, but it would be super dangerous.
I have never felt such strong evil in my life.
Based
And-
on all of my years of learning and all of our abilities, I think it would be dumb and way too dangerous for us to fight this thing.
Now, I would like to mention that Fife, something is nagging at you.
Yeah,
You
there
have-
is a couple things I want to do.
She is.
It's called your husband.
Yeah, Fife has been making trades with a witch, a hag, that is costing her life. So this would be very valuable for her.
Yeah, I know. Can I cast Animate Dead? And is there anything dead near me?
No, you don't see anything right now. There's definitely
there
the
like a
smell of dead.
Bird?
Are you dual classing as a necromancer?
She's been
Okay,
dealing with a hag.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go see if I can find something dead or kill something.
Okay,
In the woods.
a creature or anything. So just roll me an investigation check real quick, and let's see what you find.
Nothing.
Oh no, you find something no matter what you roll. Let's see.
A squirrel.
It could be bones or a corpse.
Let's see what you find. 1 second. You find a dead giant rhinoceros beetle.
So, if I cast Animate Dead, is it able to communicate with me in any way, or does it only have the intelligence of the thing that it's used to?
Yeah, it only has the intelligence of what it is.
Okay. Actually, if I cast Animate Dead on an animal, and then I send it to go look at something, could I then cast Speak with Animals to talk to it when it comes back?
If it was a creature that could communicate, you could have some sort of... you could have a little bit of communication with it. You could... We'll say that you could see what it sees. We'll put it that way, kind of like the bat that Kravik has.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cast Animate Dead on this beetle.
Okay, now the beetle is not in good shape. You know, it's rotted a bit, so it's very obvious that it's not just a fresh. And these are pretty big too. They're about Kravik's size. So you animate it. It's missing a couple legs, and it's a little bit. The back of its shell has rotted in a bit, so it's obviously an undead creature. Anything that sees it will know that. And you're by yourself. Nobody else has seen this yet, but it does come to life.
I'm going to give him a little scuggle, and then I'm going to call him Chester. And I'm going to say, Chester, go check out what's over there. I'm going to point in the direction, and then come right back to me. Try not to be seen, but also, you'll be fine. I think it's a dead place.
You're pointing him towards the temple?
Yeah.
Okay. So the beetle scurries off towards the temple. Now, the entrance goes up some steps. They're rotted and decrepit and broken apart and things like that. And as the beetle scurries up the steps from, and this temple's completely just, there's vines and overgrowth and trees and branches and things. Some of the trees have actually jutted and are growing into the temple. And as it crawls up, the trees behind it begin to move and shake violently. And you see the head of a green dragon reach up, and it just bites the beetle in one gulp and then goes back into the forest behind it.
I'm going to go run back to the guys.
All right.
I think it's just a dragon. Or like maybe an undead dragon.
It was green. No, it was a green adult dragon.
Okay, it was just a green dragon. I don't think it's a lich. We've killed dragons before.
Well, we're saying
there is a strong undead presence in that temple.
The
Yeah,
dragon
we
came from
believe-
behind it, by the way.
Yeah, we
Okay.
believe that there's a dragon and a lich in there.
Okay. Okay.
Well, okay.
Put a pin in it.
Let's come back. Let's come back when we're stronger, yo.
We will find a way to cure you, but this is not the way. This
I mean,
way
you guys don't
only
know.
is death.
You guys don't know that I want to do this for cure reasons. I'm doing this for beauty.
Oh, I have no idea. We will come back and we'll make you beautiful. Whatever you want. You'll be a beautiful baby. But
I'm
this
not
is
gonna be a
not the
full
way.
baby. Yeah, I'm gonna we'll just make a little note. Maybe we'll come back around
Okay.
after.
Okay.
I don't want to kill everybody. If I'm dead, then none of this matters, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys continue through the forest. Like I said before, you guys find a few things, nothing of note at your level. And you exit out here at the southern part. And looks like you guys are going to make your way here to connect back to trail. Now, you guys spent the rest of the night. Is now morning. You haven't slept. You're very tired. Do you guys want to continue and push on, or do you want to try to take a day nap, or what do you guys want to do?
I think we'll probably need to rest. It's never a good
Mhm.
idea to not sleep.
Please rest.
All right.
Oh, ignore that.
Whoops. Okay, 10. All right. You make it through the night, no issues, and continue on your way. You guys connect back up with the trail right here at about midday, and continue your trek on down. As you guys are getting closer now to your destination, you pass by a town here, and you can't help but notice it looks like it's gone. Like it's been wiped off the face of the map. It is there's smoldering ash. You see some bones. It looks as though dragons have come through and completely destroyed this entire town here that you did pass on your way up when you guys were traveling up from Greenrist. And you continue on down south and rest for the night.
Wait, do we find any sort of is there anything interesting there? Any sort of anything
No, it's completely burned
It's
up.
just-
The houses
dead.
were,
It's clear.
yeah, mostly made of wood, and they're just like nothing left at all. It's just been completely decimated, and it looks like they've not just killed everything; they've looted everything in the town, and it's just nothing but some bones,
Okay.
burnt bones,
Do we
and
see?
some
Do
rubble.
we see any kind of tracks other than the dragon tracks?
Yes, you see lots of dragon tracks where they've landed and etc. And you do also see there was some. Now, obviously, they flew out of here, but you can see that there was some groundwork that happened. You assume some people may be riding dragons because there's no tracks leaving. It's all
These
within the
wagons,
town.
right?
These
No,
tracks
yeah,
are
no
side
wagon
by
wheel
side.
trails or anything like that. You
I
assumed that it was.
believe that it's dragons, but in fact, these tracks are side by side. These are humans.
Yeah, it looks like that was the people looting and gathering up supplies to put back on the backs of the dragon to take. And you continue further. Now, right before you get to your destination, you take one more long rest here because it's nighttime, and you wake up in the morning and continue your way in.
Wait, before the long rest, is there anybody we need to contact? I have sending spells. I feel almost bad wasting them. Is there anybody we should try to fuck with? I can just reach out to anybody in the whole world. It's my cell phone. I don't want to waste these calls. Should we let what's his face know, Leosin know what's going on? Do we want to check in with anybody? Do we want to prank call anybody and tell them
We could give Leosin just an update, status report.
Yeah, I guess we'll call Leosin and say hey, we just passed through Scarpanooble. I can't see it because it's covered. Scribble. We just passed through Scribble. It's gone. Everybody's dead. Is there any news, any updates over at WaterDeep?
No, the only update I have is that we have gathered the council here. We're planning the meeting for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're planning the meeting for 3 days from now. Do you think you'll be back by then?
How long did it take us to get to here with
It took
the?
about 4 days.
So without the side trip.
And counting that, I'm sorry, counting that. So if you wouldn't count that, that took about half a day, so 3.5 days.
Okay.
Faster, right?
Will we?
Because we're not going
No,
to stop
no,
in the
we're on-
forest
we're on
and look
track.
for shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
it would have took you guys roughly 3.5 days to get back right now.
Yeah, and we still have a ways to go. So no, the answer is no. We're not back in 3 days.
How many days do you want me to hold the council back, do you think, estimation?
2 days.
Two extra.
Yeah.
All right,
And that
so
would be
I
all-
will...
Those are all of my sending spells. So whatever he says next, I can't say anything else.
Okay, we'll wait 5 more days from now and just get back in contact with me if there's any other delays, because we would really like you to be here to help us decide how to divide up the troops and the different guilds and alliances to best protect all the cities.
You got it.
Nothing. Oh, are you sending your spells?
Yeah. Since we're going to sleep, you know.
Yeah.
All right. And when you guys awaken in the morning, you're close enough. You travel just a bit further to the southeast, and you come across what must be the Boarskyr Bridge. And it provides access across the Winding Water River, which is a major landmark in Faerun. The bridge itself is constructed of black granite, and it bears sculpted images of deities such as Cyric and Baal. And it's commemorating the legendary battle that they fought on the bridge during the time of troubles. And on the other side of the bridge is a way station. Just a collection of tents, some wagons and caravans offering food, fresh mounts, and some small services to travelers. And another thing of note, as you're crossing the bridge, is you see a contingent of paladins in the city. Looks like they are with the theocracy of the Elter Guard, which is, if you guys remember, a part of the Alliance. You see quite a few of them in the town as if helping to guard it. And it looks like they have built a keep there, bearing the symbol of Etelgard. It looks fresh wood, and like it's been built recently.
Oh, great. I'm going to go up to them.
Okay.
Brothers! Ah. Yes, holy warriors, well met. What news have you of this area, and how goes the protection of the town?
Fairly well. We came because there is word that there is a worm speaker in the area. We wanted to make sure that the people here are in no danger. We do know that Varram is apparently a local hero here. He killed something or the other. I would recommend. He points to a what looks like a large tent thrown up in rough shape. He points to it and he says, "That is known as Bolo's Inn." The owner, the proprietor there, has apparently made contact with Varram as he passed through. If you're looking for more information, I would just recommend talking directly to her.
I'm gonna to my friends and be like, "Isn't Varram a bad guy?
Yeah. Well,
He's a hero here."
to us he is, but he's, perhaps protected them or something. I don't know.
Here.
All right. Oh my God, it's almost as if good and evil are relative. This is crazy. Let's find out. All right.
Wait, do we know who Vrom is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
the
a white man.
speaker
He's the
who
white.
lost his mask or her mask.
Oh, right.
All right. Thank you, brothers, and continue your great mission. Should you need any aid, I am Balasar, paladin of Torm the True, And we also seek Varram. But should you need anything, call for me, and I shall be there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. And we will continue guarding this until we know that Varram has been taken care of one way or the other. As you guys are looking around the town, there's not a lot. There's a couple of, people with tables set up selling some food. There's a table set up with some crude weaponry strewn across the table. And there is the large tent and the new barracks. It looks like that the paladins have built here, and that's pretty much all of note there is here.
We need to talk about why these people think that Varram is a hero. I mean, from all that we've been told from the council, he doesn't seem as much, right? Like, I understand the good and evil relative, blah, 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 but you would think somebody who's destroying towns and, or helping destroy towns is not such a good guy and not to be, revered. But here, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, it's really weird, actually, considering what they're trying to do.
We must go to the inn and find out more. Perhaps it's an evil town. We don't know.
All right. Continue to investigate.
What was that?
Let's continue to investigate.
You guys want to head into the inn, or just
as we're walking to the inn? Can we maybe do like a perception check or something, just to see, like, are these people, like, do they seem like they're under a spell or something, or is it just like?
If you want to check for a spell, roll Arcana. If you want to just get a general perception, just roll perception.
I'm still thinking about that temple. Damn, guys, we are not rolling well.
Lenora feels like it seems fairly normal, like good, peaceful people. Balasar, you feel the same way. They're, not, they're a little backwoods, but they seem nice enough.
Hold on, I'm still slow rolling tonight.
Roenick, what did you? Oh, you did a nature roll. You noticed that it's a beautiful, town surrounded by the forests and nice granite bridge.
Where the sun reaches the woods.
What a waste of a 19.
Sometimes you just need to look around a bit.
I'm so distracted by the beautiful nature. Guys, did you see these trees? And I have no idea what else is going on.
Yeah.
These are some excellent trees here. I've never seen oak this sturdy before.
Yeah, they just seem, from what Balasar and Lenora gather, they're just they're a little hickish maybe, but they seem nice.
Hey, to the inn then.
A red town.
Okay, as you guys walk into the inn, it's just a big old tent basically, and as you walk in, it's very crudely laid out when you walk in. There are some cots and beds they don't even have privacy. They're just kind of strewn as circular around the edges of the tent. Built out of what looks like local wood, not very comfortable looking or anything. There's some tables in the middle, once again built out of some what looks like local wood, very crudely built. And there is a female halfling behind what looks to be a very small bar, working and cleaning. And there's a few people in here from the town, it looks like. They look like townsfolk, regularly dressed people, a couple of them drinking and eating and murmuring amongst themselves.
I need to know more about that local wood, my friends.
Yeah, buy local.
I'm going to go walk up to the halfling, and I'm going to say to her in halfling, hello. We are adventurers here investigating, and then I'm going to say, kind of under my breath, but still in halfling, like, the worm speakers.
The worm speakers, you say? I'm sorry, my lady. I don't know what that means.
Insight check.
Okay.
She's just really dumb.
Yeah, you just think she's, once again, matching with the rest of the crowd. She probably has lived her whole life and not left very far from here, and she just probably doesn't know what that means.
I'm gonna like flirt with her a little bit and try to be nice and make a friend.
Okay.
So-
Okay, there we go.
Oh, it's still 50.
Yeah. So you're just trying to get her on your side, basically. Just
Yeah, just trying to charm her. You know, I try to walk into every town and make them love me as much as humanly possible. You know, I will perform in any county, any part of the country. A fan is a fan. Doesn't matter where they are, what their education is.
yeah, and it works. She's beginning to giggle and become friends with you and begins offering you some free drinks.
I make a joke about the local wood.
She doesn't seem to get that joke.
I think she must blush a little bit because I'm saying it very, very.
Oh, I see. She still doesn't understand the reference.
I like her. She's great.
She laughs,
That's
but you can tell she doesn't know. You know, she's fake laughing because she doesn't get it.
Yeah, what is funny? What is
But she seems very open to you now.
They're kind of Amish. Yeah, they're not even Hicks. They're just like Amish. I'm gonna ask her about Runespringa. I'm just gonna chit chat. Like they can do everything else. I just want to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Fife has her completely comfortable. So.
All right.
And then we stab her.
Oh, and you have
look
learned during
around.
your conversation, Fife, that she is the proprietor. She owns this inn.
Okay.
Bolo, that it's named after, was her grandfather.
Oh, Bolo, you have his eyes. I've never met him. And we were sent here to look. What was the guy's name that we were sent?
Varram the White.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask her. I guess I'll just ask her. You know, I have a friend here that I heard might be staying here named Varram.
Varram. He was the one with the purple robes?
Yes. I'm gonna show her one of my purple robes that I had commissioned.
Yes. He wore a robe just like that. I saw him. Yeah, he came into town asking about getting escorts to help him into the hills, just to the east of here. And then while we were talking, this hooded fellow started asking him about his business, got real nosy with him. And the dwarf looked him straight in the eye and then pulled out his dagger and stabbed the tall fellow right dead. And then...
Wait.
Yes?
Which one's... You gotta use names. Which one's the tall fellow? Who's the dwarf?
The nosy one. The nosy one. He was all hooded and looked all secretive. And he kept poking at the dwarf's business. And the purple-robed dwarf, he just turned around, looked him in the eye, and just stabbed him. And he fell right dead. And we were all right scared at first. And then we looked, and it was one of those scaled folk. The lizard people. They live up in the Serpent Hills. They're nasty, nasty folk. And they had come down to spy on us. And that dwarf's he's a hero, make no mistake. He killed that spy, and we got him an entourage of people, and he took off straight away for the hills then, quick as cats.
Well, that is so helpful. You know, I've heard Bolo... I heard your grandfather was also keen of mind, much like you, my good friend.
Yeah, the smartest man I ever knew. Which doesn't say much.
I can feel his spirit in you, and it speaks very highly to your own character.
Thank you. But up in those hills, in the Serpent Hills, though, I wouldn't recommend going up in there. We don't travel that way. The Yonti are there. And there's a cursed tomb. I would just not go up there. He'll be back if you just like to wait for him here.
What else is up there? The cursed tomb, the Yonti. Those are the cat people.
Or lizard people.
Lizard people.
I'm sorry, I must have confused you. I just meant it's a figure of speech around here. Quick as cats. They just took off.
Oh. Should we? So, do you know when he said he would be back? Because we're kind of on a deadline.
Well, he didn't say he would be back. I would just assume he would come back. I mean, he did bring a lot of our people with him.
Oh. Any of your people go with him?
Yes, my cousin went with them. And a lot of we all know each other here, so I know everyone that went with them. He just gathered up the strongest, stoutest bunch he could to go with them to help him. I assume I don't know what else he'd be doing up there. Maybe he's going to go take care of the aunties for us.
You know, we're pretty strong. I think you describe it being quite dangerous. It might make sense for us to just go and see if they can help. And you know, I point over at my crew of people, and I'm like, you know, we have some experience handling some dangerous situations. I wouldn't want your cousin or the rest of your kinfolk to be in danger. Do you remember anything else he said about why he was going there or where specifically?
No, he didn't tell us much more. He just said he wanted to go up there, that he was looking for something, and he needed help. So, you know, after he took care of that Yanti down here, that lizard folk, we just decided we should help him out. If you do go up there to help him, just please make sure he's safe. We're all very fond of him at this point.
You know, we will do our best. I know how dangerous it is. We've lost a few companions along the way. Okay, well, we'll go find him, and we'll go make sure the party comes back safely. Is there anything else we should know about heading up into the hills? It's always good to have a little extra knowledge.
Well, we don't go up in there much. Some of the men here hunt there, but just hopefully he didn't go into that tomb. There's rumors of the undead, and it's just it's a tomb of some ancient wizard, I think.
Well, that sounds right dangerous, now don't it?
Yes, just be careful. And I will tell you this, we've had a mighty bit of rain lately. It should be quite easy to follow his tracks and find where he went.
You, my darling dear, I'm going to take out, I don't know, what's something cool I have in my pouch? I'm going to take out a semi-precious gem, and I will give it to her as a thank you.
Oh, why? Thank you. This is very nice.
It's only semi-precious, but you should keep it. And which ones are precious versus semi-precious. When I come back, I'll give you like a quick gem test, because I feel like people would try to trick you, and I don't want to.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it to her.
All
and
right.
then I'm going to tell the guys, and we should head up to the thing, because we are on a time limit. I don't think we have time to wait for this man.
Yes, I agree. Let us follow.
To the Serpent Hills? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Give me a second here. Let me see. So the weather's good on this day, but just as the halfling had told you, which, by the way, you'd learned her name was Haugen when you were talking to her. Just like Haugen had said, the ground is quite muddy, and it doesn't take long for you to find the tracks of what was described to be Varram and the entourage that he took with him that goes up into the hills. It looks like by following the trail as you're following their path that it looks like they were moving with haste into the hills. Basically, in the Serpent, as you guys enter the Serpent Hills, it's a swath of like badlands, rocky plateaus, sprinkled with some trees and a lot of tall grass. The tall grass is cut aside, and there are muddy footprints. And unless you guys want to do something different, the trail leads to the northeast.
That sounds good.
The
Follow
trail's
the footprints.
Yeah, the trail's the only thing we got, right?
What's
Is
that?
there anything else that we can see, like that might hint to them not following the trail that we've been following?
No, it looks like there's very little travel in the area. When you first left the village, you could see that like there might be a bit of hunting and things going on, just as she had described. But now you're far enough away from the village, it literally looks like nobody comes out this way. So the trail is very obvious.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Keep an eye out for any, any danger, any signs of other tracks, yada yada yada.
Okay, as you guys are traveling through, for basically around evening time, a low rise covered in hastily collected rocks, you find marks a resting place that looks to be a grave here in the Serpent Hills. It's unmarked.
Is it fresh?
Yeah, how new does it look?
No, it's not. It's not fresh. It's not within the last month, at least.
Oh. I think we can afford to take a quick look-see.
There's just one grave out in the middle of everything?
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Perception
unmarked?
check to see if it looks out of the ordinary or if it is like a legit grave.
That was to investigate the what do you call it? Investigate the grave.
Yeah, Lenora. As you get really
I'm still
close,
remembering that guy whose name rhymed with Balasar.
He's still muttering under his breath. Lenora, as you get really close, your club of warning lights up, and you can hear the faint sounds of scratching under, under the gravestone, where something would something scratching.
Lenora grabs Balasar, who's aimlessly wandering, and says, "Stop! Danger! Fools!" And she points to her club again. The club warns. Scratching below.
All right. So I will detect.
Is that a haiku?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I turn to him and I say, "You know dragon poetry? This is amazing." And then I'll do divine sense again on the grave just to see if I can detect what kind of evil or what if it's undead or what kind it is.
Okay. Yes, you detect it is an undead corpse. You believe someone may have brought it here and buried it, purposefully, possibly, because they expected it to come back to life.
Huh. Well, we don't really gain much by letting a undead creature out, right? Unless it's wearing something we care about.
Is it evil? Do I get the sense of evil within it?
Yeah, you do.
Is anything?
Okay.
Generic question: is anything undead evil? Can you be undead and good?
I don't think you can be undead and good. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So,
but the ghosts, I think the ghosts that we could find sometimes are not evil, right?
But a ghost is not a zombie.
And what about that beetle that we summoned in the temple? I don't think that was evil.
Let's stop to have this. Let's have this conversation.
So Balasar, as you were trying to sense this, you kind of put your hand up against the earth above where you sense this, and as you did that, you looked up, and at the bottom of this unmarked grave, you realize it is in fact not unmarked. Really low to the ground, really small. Somebody's crudely carved into the very bottom corner up against the ground the words Bolo.
No.
Oh, Bolo. That's the name we just learned, right?
Yeah, Bolo is the name of the bar.
Yeah,
That's
it was her grandfather she spoke of.
That's the grandfather, right? Yeah.
I this is Bolo.
He did YOLO.
This is Bolo's grave.
Oh, that's interesting. That his grave is here. How about that?
So wait, now, did she? What did the in-person tell us about her grandfather again?
It was his inn. He started it. He
was the smartest person she ever knew.
Yep.
And now he's the deadest person.
Yeah, I can't be that smart. He dead.
Mm-hmm.
Should I send Bolo back to granddaughter?
Well, maybe she knows he's buried up here. I would say you don't want to unearth some sort of remains.
No, that's so true. This is a family matter. I don't think we should get involved.
It's
Yeah,
still
if we do
scratching under
tell
the
her-
earth. You just hear the scratch of like claws against wood under the earth.
Oh, Balasar or Lenore, you guys are religious.
Sure.
Do you
Seems-
know if
Yeah.
if souls or like I don't know, people can't go to the beyond if they're undead? Like, is he like trapped in eternal torment? Should we like kill him? Do you guys know? I don't know.
An interesting thought. There are
Yeah.
different schools of thought on the subject. Some say a skeleton or an undead creature only seeks to devour the living, and some believe that if a purpose is, for example, the ghost that we saw, he just wanted to get back to his little house. And
He didn't want to
then
be naked anymore.
he turned into 8 gold pieces. So none are to know. Each part is dependent. I will say there's evil down there. That guy, evil. Noxious smell in my nose, evil. But
Should we
Can we-
kill him?
Nathan,
Like
can
him
I,
out of his
can I do a
misery?
perception check to see if there's anything kind of, I don't know, unusual about the grave or like some sort of trap or anything?
Sure.
It's a mind trap.
No, you don't notice anything.
All right. If we want to, I mean, when I sensed that, Nathan, when I sensed it, did it seem particularly strong, like especially compared to the Lich? You know?
Oh no, nothing like that. No, it seemed like a
Okay.
regular undead creature, something that could easily be killed.
Okay.
You know, I don't think that we should disturb this fella. You know, we made friends with his granddaughter or whatever, and I don't think that you would appreciate us beheading his zombie corpse.
And it's definitely dead, right? Like that's just not somebody trapped down below, right? Like you guys detected undead, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yes, it's-
detected it all right.
It's dead. Now, conversely, should we instead put it out of its torment or try and find out what it's doing here? Someone seems to have buried it, as we said, thinking it would come back to life.
I mean, I think we understand what it's doing here, but I am of the camp of not leaving undead things. Like this is definitely a Jumanji situation where like just throwing it in the river, I don't think is enough to get rid of the evil. Like we're
Kill this grandpa.
Yeah, let's bash a grandpa. We're 5 big strong adventurers. I feel like we can kill a
All
grandpa
right.
in a hole.
Well, we do tend to overtalk things, so let's start digging.
All right, so you guys are
I'm-
digging.
I prepare my turned undead just at the ready, eager to use it for the first time. Lenore
Okay.
and so I want to stand back, or she says, "Well, I guess someone's got to let him out."
I'll do it.
Okay. The
I
rest
like
of you,
that thing.
the rest of you, stand back.
All right, so you guys start digging into the earth, and the ground is fairly hard, so it has been here a while. And finally, as you're digging, it takes almost the rest of the day. It's almost nighttime when you
Oh,
finally
Jesus.
reach. It's buried very deep, and you you finally find a it's a wooden coffin. Once again, kind of hastily put together, it looks like. However, it looks like there's some iron fastens placed around it with several locks on it, trying to keep the creature inside. And as you dig deeper, of course the claw marks get louder and louder. And once you've uncovered the casket, you know it's obvious that the sounds of the claws coming from inside of it, and you hear the faint moan of an undead creature inside.
A second. Someone buried this guy here with the intention of him coming back to life. That's what we discerned.
It
Put him
looks
in a
like they
fucking
were trying to
chain?
keep him. Either A, he was already undead, and they buried him here somehow, which would be difficult to do without, especially knowing that it's Bolo, and he had to come from the town, and you guys just traveled half a day to get here. You're pretty far from town, so they buried him really far away. or they somehow knew he would come back to life, and before he came back and buried him in advance and put these iron fastens and locks so that he couldn't get out.
I see. All right,
let's
well,
just-
we did just waste half a day fucking unburying this guy.
Yes,
What?
fair enough. We on a time crunch really spent half a day
Yeah, we're not
banging this
so
thing
good.
out.
Our
Might as well
intelligence
finish it.
is preventing us from good time management, I feel.
So who is breaking open the locks? Who's down in
okay.
there?
I can
I
break
will
open the locks too.
Okay.
Lenora joins whoever's doing it to be ready to turn undead / protect the other person.
Okay,
Actually,
so
Balasar, you go because you do more melee attacks. I can kill this thing from a distance.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna break the iron or whatever.
okay, so who's in the grave?
I'm
Balasar,
in the grave.
Balasar and Lenora.
Balasar and Lenore, and everybody else is standing, I assume, looking down, roughly 15 feet
Protecting us.
into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm ready with the bow.
all right, roll me a strength check, Balasar.
You got it.
Okay, you strike at the with your you have a two-handed sword, right?
I got
Great
a
sword?
longsword +2.
Oh, it's a longsword. Okay, so you strike with the longsword and you break two of the locks. As you do that, there's only one lock remaining that did not break in the swing, and it's enough give that the wood begins to crack and the moans get louder, and a hand bursts through the wood, and it's trying to crawl its way out of the crack that is open from the top portion where you broke the locks. You can see a twisted, mangled, rotted face. Teeth are mostly rotted out, and it's gnashing and biting, but it can't get all the way out yet. You can just see its face peering through the crack and biting at you.
All right.
Zombies.
Before anything else happens, I stay Balasar's hand and I say, wait. And I cast Turn Undead.
Okay.
The creature must make a wisdom saving throw. If it
You
fails,
do that only once a day or as many times?
I can do it multiple times per day. It must, if it fails a saving throw, it must spend a minute. It's turned, and it must try to move as far away from me as possible. Can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Well, I mean, it's trapped in the box, so how's that going to work?
Yeah.
It'll cower in fear, whatever. It'll just not move towards me.
So as you cast this at it, you see its face back away from the opening, and you can just, now the whole box is just kind of, it's shaking in the earth. It's rocking back and forth, and you can just see from the crack there on the front where his hand burst through that he's just writhing and rolling around on the inside.
Great. I now motion to Balasar. I'd say, all yours, buddy.
All right, we must end this creature's torment. And I basically try to stab it through the
hole?
Through the hole, yeah.
All right. You bring your sword down, and as you do, some pus kind of comes flying up out of the hole. You hear a shriek, and then you feel a little bit of wiggling through the hilt of your sword, and then you hear a loud gasp, and it quits moving.
Cool, I feel good about that. How about everybody else? All right.
You did a good thing, Balasar. That guy was suffering. Like, he doesn't deserve to live like this or die like this.
Yes.
All right. I open up the container to investigate the body.
Okay. We'll just give it to you. You're just going to break the other lock, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll break that.
Easy task at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, Balasar breaks the other lock, and, well, hang on a second. Yes, it comes crashing open, and you open it, and it is indeed a halfling, very rotted. Its skin has turned green, and there's bits of bone showing. Looks to maybe be roughly a year a year old, maybe a bit more. And the smell is just wafting out of there. It is indeed dead. In its hand, you can see it was clenching. It's now open, but lying in the palm of its left hand is what looks to be a pocket watch.
Mm.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we take it.
Who's going to take it? You, Lenora?
I'll take it, and recognizing that I think we all have communicated enough that we know the story, and I know who it belongs to, and that 5 had the conversation. Right? Is that safe? Say?
Yeah.
Then I take it, but I give it to 5 pretty much immediately.
I did a
Okay.
Arcana check on this pocket watch.
I didn't give it to you, Krabbit. You didn't
Still
have the
do it.
access.
Krabick investigated from what he's seen, and it appears to just be a simple pocket watch. It is made of gold, but there's nothing magical about it.
Is there any inscriptions?
On the back, it just says,
I don't know.
"To
From
my
15 feet up, there isn't.
yeah." From 15 feet. well, Lenora, you would have saw this when we flipped it over.
I'm asking. I'm not saying.
Yeah, Lenora noticed as she grabbed it and flipped it over in her hand before she handed it to Fife. That on the back it says, "To my dear grandfather."
Great. Yeah, I give it to 5 and only 5, and I say the rest of you looky-loos can hop into your own graves and dig shit out if you want stuff. And
Is there any signs of who did this? Like, dude,
Yeah,
I want to investigate. Like, if we can figure
Sure.
out like who did this and what.
culprit.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's what I'll say from the inside of the coffin, although it's rotted and there's been flesh rotted into it and things like that. I mean, it's not beautiful, but you can tell that it looks like somebody made, some woven cloth on the inside, and it looks as though they tried to make it look nice on the inside. Even though it's crudely built, you can tell there's some love and care went into building of the casket.
Gotcha. Okay, so these are people who cared about this person, who knew he was going to turn, perhaps bitten by another.
This is
undead.
classic zombie movie. It's someone who loved him who couldn't put him out of his misery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you really? I don't know if he was a zombie before somebody probably did that to him.
Yeah, is there some? I mean, I guess I don't know how much we know about zombies, and maybe I can roll a history check. But is there a I know that you can make undead magically, but is there something that will make you turn undead after death?
Like I would say that Balasar, and Krabick and Lenora would all 3 know that there's many rumors, there's all kinds of rumors of why someone would turn undead. Most of them are very superstitious. Certain rituals you have to perform so that someone doesn't turn undead in some regions, or that curses. Some people think people are cursed, and some people just think that people turn undead for no reason. If you were expecting someone to turn undead, it would have to be one of the superstitious reasons.
Okay, well, it's a good thing to sort of keep in mind in case one of us dies, which is totally, maybe we'll come back dead.
Let's, why don't we get back on the road? Because we are in a time crunch and we wasted some time doing this.
Did we investigate the rest of the coffin while you guys are down there? Did you guys see anything else?
Yeah, there was nothing else in there. The tattered bits or remains of his clothing, and the pocket watch.
Okay.
Great. I give a little prayer to him, take his soul and allow it to reach its final destination, to all that. Good.
I play a little song.
And it is now nighttime. The moon just turned night. And one thing that is disturbing you, Balasar, is now there's an open grave just sitting here where you dug it all up.
Oh, yes. I cannot leave this grave open now.
I'll help him refill it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think we all help to close up the grave as fast as possible.
As we're closing it, I ask Krabick, as we're doing this, is there I keep missing when there's a ghost with me. Is there a way to tell, wizard, when there is a ghost nearby? Even my connection to Torm has not helped me know this.
Well, you gotta look for if you can see through them at all. That tends to be pretty good. Is there anything else that I know about ghosts that I can tell him, Nathan?
Your study of magic and tampering with magic just would simply make it easier for you to notice things like that.
It's just study, my friend. Study and practice and instinct. You'll get there if you put your mind to it.
Oh,
By the
really?
way, do any of you guys have speak? Can any of you speak to the undead?
Actually, no, I don't think I do.
I mean, it really depends. They don't have their own language, right? It's like you could.
No, but you could. But you might be able. It might be like a. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a spell in D&D that allows you to speak to something completely dead.
I can bring something back to life that is dead as my own personal dark servant.
I don't think that's quite what I was looking for, but good to know. If something happens to me, feel free to bring me back as your undead servant.
Only for a day. It feels like a waste, but and it's like one of my highest spells. I'd rather you just come back alive, but I'll think about it.
Sure. Great.
It's a good bit. Puppet. Anyway.
All right. So it takes you guys several hours to do it. So now it's it's pretty late in the night. You're very tired after digging a 15-foot hole and then having to bury it back. And the trail continues on. It's up to you guys if you guys want to camp for the night or if you want to just push forward.
If we push, what's the consequence?
You're just tired. Out of character disadvantage rolls on saves and such.
Can we avoid that if we do a short rest?
Yes.
All right, I vote short rest.
Yeah, let's try to.
None of us have really cast it. I mean, I turned undead, but I think I might even get that back. Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. So you guys take a short rest. Nobody actually used anything, right? I don't actually have to do it.
No.
Okay, it was all roleplay.
Oh,
right.
I use my detect whatever, but I get that back, I think, on a short rest, so all good, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, same with my faithful hound.
Right. And you want to use that, of course, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, never mind. It's a long rest, but never mind.
Okay, you guys make it through the night, no issue. You awaken, well, you don't sleep through the whole night, but before it's morning time, the skies begin to light up a bit, and you awaken, and the path is just basically going further into the hills, into the Serpent Hills. Yeah, I'm assuming you guys just want to keep going, right?
Follow.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not dig around anymore.
Unless we see anything cool, like anything, we will stop our roller coaster. Oh my god! To spend a day at an amusement park right now.
A grave, a weird pebble, anything.
Strange pebble. So let me get this ready for you guys. Why didn't it let me do it? So you guys travel, follow it up, and then eventually, I'm going to get you guys added to the map here. Oh, I see why it's not working. 1 second. All right. Get you guys on here. All right, I'm sharing the map. All right, you guys, eventually there's a cliff up ahead that is, it goes up very far, and it looks to your south like there's a bit of a camp was set up. There's some old dilapidated buildings to the south, and ahead of you is a bit of a trail, and it's definitely the path that was taken by the people you pursue, leading straight to the east, where there is a ladder going up the cliff. It stands in what looks to have once been a large paved plaza. There's the remains of a fountain, or now little more than a stone circle set around a crumbling hole in the ground, leading to a well deep below. There are 2 stone statues stand in the courtyard, rising 20 feet high, and behind them is the 40-foot-high edifice carved into the cliffside, dominated by relief columns carved with strange otherworldly scenes.
And there's no people here. It looks like it's totally abandoned.
Yes, besides the tracks, it looks completely abandoned. You can see the 2 statues there in front of you guys. The left hand one there on the top is a bearded human male wearing exotic clothes, and its face is just smashed beyond recognition. It holds a balance in its right hand and a cudgel at its side. Its left hand raised as if in warning. And the Colossus statue to the right is a young human male wearing, similar exotic clothing. The left half of its head cracked off and lying at its feet. And the statue holds a shepherd's crook in its left hand and a sword at its waist. Its right hand also raised in warning.
That 14 was an Arcana check on these statues.
Yeah,
Yes.
remember that last time we saw statues? They tried to kill us.
Let's see here.
Yeah, remember those other statues that came to life and were gonna beat the shit out of us.
So, Kravik, as you're doing that and you approach the statues and you're just kind of checking them for anything, you hear the sudden sound of grinding stone. And the colossal figures turn their massive heads, their shattered facial features staring down at you. Two voices issue forth in unison, booming out as though erupting from the deep earth. And they say,
"Halt! You come before Diderius, ether walker and conduit of clairvoyance. Behold, ye now his wondrous tribes. Diderius extends wisdom, and Diderius offers knowledge. Which do you seek?"
Wisdom.
Well, maybe you know.
Knowledge.
Let's not pull a Ghostbusters here. Why don't we? Why don't we huddle and decide how we want to respond before just saying the first word that sounds good to us?
No.
If we
Okay. Yeah.
if
all
we
right.
ask for knowledge, what are we hoping to learn from these guys?
Where the white mask is, or where Varram is.
Vrom had a white mask that he lost.
Yeah, he lost it. We want to find it.
Yeah, okay. So we should ask for knowledge, and we should ask where the white mask is.
What would wisdom be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wisdom could be like where the white mask is and what part of the earth the white mask is. That could be.
Wisdom is more like
How do we avoid
you-
not being killed by a dragon?
Yeah, or like over 40. Like, how do you make friends? Stuff like that.
Where do you go when you die?
It's totally that. It's totally that.
Well, when you figure that one out, let me know.
It's like Vager. It's like a horoscope. You know, today's a good day to, move. So yeah, that's my vote. Knowledge. Where's the white mask?
okay, you ask, or you say knowledge, and as soon
say
as
knowledge.
as soon as the word knowledge comes out of your mouth, and interrupting the rest of what you say, you hear this.
Diderius shall grant you what you seek, but only if you heed him and continue to show proper respect.
And then they revert back to their original positions, unanimated.
So Diderius, was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He will if we heed him and pay respect. We got to figure out a way to pay respect, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they said
Yeah,
he'll-
do I know
he'll
what that
grant you
means?
that.
That's a history check.
You've never heard of Diderius. However, you do look up at the top of this ladder to the east, which is right, there's a bit of a path leading right up to it in between these two statues. and it looks to be the entrance to a tomb. So you can pretty much gather this must be whoever Diderius is. It must be his tomb.
So do I happen to know if, like, paying him respects literally means like going to his grave and like praying?
Perhaps, or it could just mean general respect for the tomb itself. Not disturbing it. Not robbing anything from it. Etc.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that I could roll to discern which one of those it is?
No, you just know it would be that in general. Would be, just being respectful of it's someone's tomb,
Well, honestly, we could definitely do both. We don't have to pick one or the other. Like, we can not rob from the tomb, and we can go and pay it.
Well, maybe just walking into the tomb is enough of a disrespect. Maybe we just avoid the tomb altogether.
Well, they seem to say that it would be okay. From the way they spoke, it seemed as if they realized you're going in.
There's probably something in the temple that we'll have to maybe put gold into like a tray that belongs to that dude. Like one of those kind of like one.
It's like Indiana Jones. It's like the end of the Lost Ark. Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Golden Covenant. Whatever.
All right, let's do it.
I say, I shall lead us, for I know respect for the dead and for law. And I whisper under my breath, like, thank you, Tom, for having Hamlin disappear before we.
We'd like to send a quick prayer up to Torm for getting Hamlin to leave. This was a specific test for him.
Yep.
All right, we really need respect to this place. So everybody make sure Roenick doesn't get hit in the head.
Okay. I have the helmet now. I have the helmet.
Who's assigned on Roenick head duty? Protect head duty?
Just stay in the middle, Roenick.
Balasar, you lead the way. Everybody else, keep an eye on Roenick.
Listen, I feel like this helmet's going to be a good thing for me.
All right, let's go.
So in this encounter, who's leading the way?
I'm leading the way.
Okay, all right. And what would you guys like to do? There's an area to the south down there where you can see a campfire. Looks like it was burned recently to the south. Obviously, the trail to get into the tomb is to the east there, following that little trail in front of you up to the ladder.
I mean, let's not dilly-dally. Let's go straight to the tomb.
I think I need to reload Fantasy Grounds because the map is so huge that I can't even get to the other. Yeah, let me try to do that. So I'm gonna just exit out here for a second. So.
Okay.
You can right click on it and hit minimize, and then also you can if you use your mouse and you can try to find the bottom right corner where it has a little arrow thing.
Yeah.
And then you can make the window smaller from there
or bigger.
I tried. It's not working. I don't know if it's like.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a Mac. I don't know what's going on, or it just could be Fantasy Grounds.
On a Mac, he has one arm.
Yeah. Well,
yes, that's true.
My vote, for what it's worth, I assume we can check the camp out pretty quickly and then be back on our way to one of the main paths.
Sure.
That would be
I think we should look at the campfire real quick.
Okay. So you guys head south. I'm going to move everybody down there. Let me see here, and you can tell that someone has made a camp in this. It looks like a plaza area. It's near what looks to be a ruined fountain to the south, and you can see that the campfire it's all burned down now, but you can tell it's recent. And you can see 3 bedrolls where someone has camped recently. There are also 7 shallow graves have been dug to the east of the campsite, and they've been buried recently. And you can even see the drag marks of bodies that have been brought over to where it looks like they were recently buried.
Do we remember how many people went with this guy from the town?
Yeah, she had said around 10.
Hey, all right. So I go over there and I sort of listen for claw marks because I don't have any detect good or evil? Or listen for clawing sounds?
Roll me a perception check real quick, Balsar.
You got it. All right. And I tell people, like, we should see if these also are undead.
So no, you don't hear any sounds of claw marks. However, you do see what looks like in the it's dirt here. What looks like a battle, some sort of scuffle took place here, and you do recognize footprints of what looks like trolls.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
I turn around and tell everybody, trolls have done this.
Nathan,
Do you
can
see the direction that the trolls went after the fight, or is it just all?
Looks as if the trolls may have been killed because they're.
Oh,
Looks as if they didn't leave this fight.
Ah,
Well, I'm down for moving on to respect the tomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's enough information.
All right. You guys are going back to the ladder, or
No, we're
Is
gonna-
the ladder. How you get to the tomb is you take the ladder.
that's what you. I mean, it seemed to be the path. There was because the path where the statues were led right up to it.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to move
Okay, then
everybody
yeah.
there. As you pass through the statues this time, nothing happens at all. They do not animate or move. They remain lifeless. And when you reach the ladder here, it goes up about 60 feet along the sheer cliff. Yeah, and I'm assuming you guys are just climbing up, right?
mhm.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's a well-built ladder. Looks like it's well kept. I'm just going to drag everybody up to the top here. No issues climbing up. However, when you do get to the top, it's kind of it levels out. You're still outside, but there's a tunnel in front of you leading to a large door. Has carvings on it of all kinds of things that don't make much sense. The sun, the moon, and there's a forest scene on it, and it's gilded very nicely though with silver sensors, and you can see what looks like some looters have defaced the walls around here. There's a couple of skeleton bones lying about, and you can also see funerary niches into the wall, and sticking out of them are splinters of bone, and the door I mentioned before with the gilded reliefs on it is hanging ajar. It looks like it was recently forced open.
The door is open.
Yes. It's
All
not
right.
wide open, but it's, there's a crack. And it looks like someone has recently pried it loose and went inside.
I say we move on.
All
Can
right.
you do to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little less looted, be respectful?
To do what?
To fix it up a little bit, make it look less like somebody looted.
The area that you just left?
Yeah. As I
Oh.
leave, I'm gonna try to maybe
Just straighten up
noodle-
some of the decorations and such?
Yes, I'm gonna use my
You get a
mage
house
hand.
clean?
Some urns and
Yeah.
stuff lying around.
Yeah.
You just want to kind of pick them up. So as you try to
I
do
would
that,
advise we don't touch anything.
okay,
That's what I would say. But
I'm
anyway,
using mage hand, by the way.
okay. As you use Mage Hand to try to, you're gonna try to pick up some urns and things been kind of tossed around. The Mage Hand
Excited.
passes right through them as if they're not real.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's interesting.
Interesting. Okay. I tell everybody that this happened.
Okay.
As you guys walk into this hallway, inside the door, 6 statues stand here, all of cowled wizards leaning on staffs. Their faces are obscured by deep hoods. You can also see that between the statues, once skeletal guardians, but they're dead now. Their bones are just lying around this room as if there was a battle. Looks like it took place here recently. And then everybody roll me a arcane check real quick. Okay, Balasar and Fife. You hear this in your mind, a mental thought, and it says,
Some secrets are not meant for mortal minds to know. Look away from the darkness in which such knowledge hides.
Immediately tell the rest of the group to avert their eyes, or to like something like that. Like just
some secrets are not meant for mortals to know. Avert our gaze from the darkness that
where those secrets hide.
Where those secrets hide. Okay, so don't try to learn all these secrets. Yeah, okay, but some are for mortals. So who knows?
I'm gonna look at Kravik, and I'm gonna be like, stop doing history checks. Don't do. Just let it be a mystery,
Moratorium on history checks. Got it.
No, you're smart, but this is a wizard trap for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And eyes on the ground so that we don't actually look at something we're not supposed to.
Okay, so you get
Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark rules, guys.
Are you guys? Is everybody in agreement? Everybody's going to pass through with their eyes at the ground.
Or with our eyes closed. Should be eyes on the ground or eyes closed.
Let's say ground.
We want some idea where we're going, right? Jared, can you maybe use your bat, Kravik, to make sure we don't walk off a cliff or walk into danger or some shit? The bat's not going to count, is it? The bat's not going to
I wouldn't test it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried that the bat will look somewhere it's not supposed to look.
Only with a leap from the lion's head may they prove their worth.
So don't bats use echolocation?
That's a myth. They also have some sight as well.
All right. Okay,
okay. Steve,
I'm not a bat expert. Sorry.
Okay, Batman.
Yeah, let's just look down. I don't want to look down, but let's be ready to close our eyes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees?
That sounds good.
I'm nervous, but sure.
I got kicked off. What happened? Why are we closing our eyes?
It's because let me reshare the map for you too, Roenick. It's because some statues. You're in this hallway. You just got inside the door of this tomb, and there was lining both sides was some wizard looking on with staffs, and they spoke to Balasar and Fife in their heads, and basically told them to avert their eyes from knowledge. So they're all just looking at the ground, walking through this hallway.
Got it. Okay.
I need everybody to just roll me a intelligence saving throw. I just want to make sure everybody has the. Nobody gets curious and tries to look.
Oh, good. My worst stat. So I'm low intelligent, Nate. So if anything, I should be less curious.
2. Oh no! Everyone gets +2 on me.
Thanks.
Oh my God!
I get a +2 to that, Nate. +2 to that 0, Nate.
Okay.
Wait.
So
Nate, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use my lucky. I'm gonna use.
Yes. I am also gonna use my lucky. Thank you for the reminder.
Okay.
I didn't take lucky because that's bullshit. So I am possibly distracted.
Yes. So Balasar and Fife, you make it almost to the door as you're walking between these statues, and as you're walking, you're looking at.
I got 14. I re-rolled. I used my inspiration to re-roll.
Oh, okay.
14.
Let me see. Okay. So everybody's walking through, and as you're walking, you're looking at the ground. You can hear the statues.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, did I get a bonus? Did I?
No, the thing you're looking for, Balasar, is for you to go a week back in time and take Lucky, like we all told you to do, and now you suffer. So here we go.
No. What I mean is, did I get a
Inspiration.
No, never mind. Let's find out what it is. Let's do it.
Yeah. You do have a +2, which you did get. But you, as you're walking through and everybody's looking at the ground, you can hear the statues rotating with you. As you walk,
Okay.
you don't even have to look. You know that these statues, from the sound of the grinding, is turning and watching you as you walk through this hallway. Balasar, you just can't contain it. You have to look up and see. As you look up, you look into the face of one of the wizards to your left, the statue. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy! All right.
Fool of a took.
No!
Oh my gosh!
Don't you wish you were still lucky enough to roll that?
Lucky, you
Aren't you a
get
half
3.
lane or something?
You get 3 rolls, right? With lucky.
Yep, three per rest.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I play and roll these things for real.
All right. So Balasar, there's a blinding light. It's from within your mind, and you're shown flashes of a powerful wizard, and he's casting spells, and there's it's just flashes of like an entire lifespan before your eyes. It becomes to a point where it's too much for your mind to even grasp what is happening. But generally, you get the sense that it was something very powerful, and you feel something in your mind like it just breaks and snaps, and you fall to the ground on your knees, panting. It feels like you just spent decades living through the life of some unimaginable strength and wisdom. But it fades from your mind. It's too much for you to even grasp or understand, and you feel as if something is wrong with your mind now. It broke you a bit. So Balasar, anything Balasar tries to say from this point on, well, not for the whole campaign, but at this point in time, you guys cannot understand. He can't even speak. It just sounds like gibberish.
He's not speaking any language because I can speak now other languages.
It's not a language. It's just he can't talk.
He's a minion.
He's
I'm
a
a
minion.
name banana.
Lovely.
It's like he has.
You incorporated the minions into our D&D campaign. Groot Rising now in theaters, right?
Does message work still though? Like if I put a message in his brain, can we still communicate that way?
You wouldn't be able to. His mind is broken, so you wouldn't be able to. He could reply back. It would just sound like absolute gibberish, and you have no idea if he can understand what you're saying or not.
Does he understand us? If we talk to him, does he understand us?
I'm with you.
You don't know. You don't know.
Balasar, nod if you understand what I'm saying. Does he nod?
Can I nod?
Can
I do that?
I'll leave that up to you.
Oh.
Okay. My mind is broken by living like.
It's like that Star Trek episode, Inner Life.
You know what? I'll remain quiet. I won't nod because I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't know. I guess I could nod. Yeah, okay, I'll nod. I think that works.
All right.
Don't look. Just help them up, and let's move past this. Let's just.
Oh yeah, let's finish out the area that we're in, assuming the rest of us don't look.
But quick question. I think I know as Kirsten what happened to him, but will that transfer over? Can I do an Arcana check to confirm it?
Sure.
He has aphasia.
Well, I don't. Should we be doing this in the same room where you'd have to look at me?
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's just grab him and let's go.
Okay, well,
We gotta get out of this room first.
Somebody grab the other side. I grab one side. Somebody grab the other side and help me.
He's fine. He's fine. He can walk. I just think his brain got broken. So let's go.
He was on his knees.
All right, he's walking with you guys now. And there's a door in front of you, closed. I'm assuming you guys are going to want to push through.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can I check for traps?
Sure. Roll me a investigation.
Okay.
No, there doesn't appear to be any traps. Well, on the door.
Oh gosh, what does that mean?
I just mean, like, technically the wizard's thing was kind of a trap, so, but the door seems safe. All right, so the door swings open, and inside, it's a high vaulted dome room, with a, let me move you guys in. Yeah, it's got like a dome roof, with the deep insert ledge circling the room. It's 10 feet wide and 15 feet up. The floor here is set with a beautiful tile mosaic showing a knight in plate armor wielding a glowing sword against what looks like a chimera. And also, you see the words, there's several, as you guys can see, there's a pathway going to the south with no door. There's double doors straight ahead to the east, but the door to the north has, looks like in chalk, scrawled across it, it says the word safe.
Can we check that door for traps?
It would be really funny if they wrote safe on the door.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Trapped.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really, I gotta say, if they did that, we should just give it to them. We just all die.
Nathan,
That's too funny.
Can we check it for traps?
Check what?
The northern door.
Yeah. I just need to know, this dungeon's very particular, so is everybody going? Is one person going?
Actually, can I check for traps with my mage hand?
On the door?
Yeah.
The north door, right?
North door.
Yes. Just roll me an investigation.
Oh.
So the mage hand, you're sending it over to the door. As it begins even investigating, the tile on the ground in front of you that has the chimera on it, it begins to animate, like it's moving, and the tile picks itself up out of the ground and goes up into the air about 4 feet, and you watch as as an actual chimera begins clawing its way out, and then the tile hits the ground and shatters.
What the fuck?
Let's see here.
Did the chimera actually come out of it?
Yeah, he's bringing it onto the thing.
The combat tracker?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, so everybody roll initiative.
I guess that door wasn't safe.
Wait. Wait. Sorry. I'm gonna roll again, and because I'm supposed to get advantage, so whichever is the highest. So a 16 for me.
Okay.
Great.
And then mine's +5, whatever. So 17.
Nathan, what is the effect on this of me combat-wise or anything else? Like
nothing combat-wise. It's just let me put it this way, out of character. Anything that requires thought, like heavy thinking, you're not going to be able to do. So investigations, anything that would take careful thought or consideration. But fighting, your body is, you've done it your whole life, so you can just almost act off instinct.
So simple nodding seems to be a kind of thing that I could do.
Sure.
It's just okay, great. Okay, fine, great.
Nathan, will you move me up? I should be a 17.
Yes. Let me fix that. Actually, I'll just change it. There we go. All right. 5 you are up. The chimera is growling and snarling up in the corner there.
Hey,
It's an actual chimera, right? It's not like a tile, like a.
No, it's not a
know,
tile
like-
anymore. It started out a tile, and then it began to move on the tile, and it actually crawled out of it.
Like
Mhm.
some really bad 80s animation. But okay.
Yeah.
Can I just? Is he made of tile, or he's now?
No,
a fully...
he's a full creature, physical.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Okay.
And do that. Okay. Nope, that's not for me. Take that off. Get out of here.
All right. Let's see.
Hex. And then I'm just gonna attack with 2. Okay, that hits.
All right. Let's roll for
Alright.
damage. There we go. Nice. 13 damage.
Oh, I think I don't know if it applied the.
It did. The necrotic.
No, because the +5 is not what I get because I have agonizing blast. So it didn't apply the necrotic.
Oh, no, you'll have to roll that separate.
Okay.
A 1d6 it should be. And I can add it if we can just do it. I can just
let me
add
see.
it.
I'll just do it. And
6.
another 6 on top of that. Okay, and then I have another Eldritch Blast I can hit. Oof.
Miss. All
That
right.
misses.
Kravik?
Wow, you can attack twice. That's great.
Yeah,
I would
it's my
like
new
to.
my new thing.
I would like to cast my cantrip True Strike on the chimera.
Okay. All right, here's
So
what you
that-
learn. Make sure I'm telling you the truth here. Here's what you learn. There's nothing necessarily like a weakness per se, but you know that they can. They have fire breath. Number one. Number two, you know that they are nimble creatures. They're hard to hit with melee.
Nimble creatures, hard to hit with melee. Fire breath, everybody. Keep that in mind.
Mhm.
All right. And I know that we're just like in an empty room here, but I'll try my best to take cover behind the strong people with good HP.
Okay. All right, and it is Tronick's turn.
Oh yeah, I guess I left. We all left our horses outside. I assume.
Yes.
Strong.
Because you had
dad
to
is out
climb a
there.
ladder, so.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. For my first attack, I'm gonna try just to hit him with the great sword. Hang on
right.
a second. Let me see if I can target him. That did not work. There we go. Nope. 1 second. Sorry. You try rolling with your offhand. Ooh, a net.
Ooh, you try rolling
Nice,
off
dang.
here.
Jeez.
Net 30.
Never
got-
heal. Never heal, Slow.
Wait, there's something. What do I get when I hit a crit? Right? Let me see.
Oh yeah,
I
you
get
do
something?
massive damage, and you can crit at 19 or 20. I
Yeah,
think
when
it's
I
what
crit,
you're thinking of.
roll one of the when you crit, roll one of the damage fixed twice added to the crit. I wonder if it'll do it automatically. Let us see.
Should.
Yeah, it
Do
looks
you
like
have
it
to
did
move
maybe.
next to the thing? Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him up there.
Okay, that was my first attack.
All right.
I guess I'll do the same thing with my second attack since that worked out pretty well.
All right. Roll this one at disadvantage.
Oh, I get a disadvantage here?
Yep.
Wah, wah.
Just because it's a chimera.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. All right.
Jesus,
Still hit.
that's crazy.
Here comes the damage.
Do it. Yep.
And I think, let me just double check something. I think that's it for now.
Okay. All right. And it is now the chimera's turn. let's see.
Wait, you know what? Wait, hold on a second. I actually think I get 3 attacks now. Hold on, let me just double check that.
You might have to use a.
The thing I
I
have.
don't know.
Hold on, let me just check. Well, if I'll do it next turn, if so, but I'm relatively certain. Go ahead, you can go to somebody else.
I mean, 3 attacks. I mean, if you get it, that's amazing. But holy shit, 3 attacks at level 8 is amazing.
All right, he is going to rear back his dragon head, because he has 3 heads here: one of a ram, one of a lion, one of a dragon, and spew forth fire. As it spews forth, Lenora, you are just barely out of its reach, so it's just going to be against Roenick here. Okay, it looks like he saved. All right, let's see for damage now.
Oh my gosh, a lot of dice.
30 damage. All right, and that's his turn. It is now Balasar's turn.
Okay, I don't see me on the map.
Oh, maybe we need to move some people. There you are.
Here I am. Hey, all right. All right. Now that he has attacked, I will run out in there, and I'm going to swing at him. And I swing at disadvantage?
No, not the first swing.
Hey, all right. Okay. I'll attack. Oof.
Yes.
All right, and the second attack. This one's at disadvantage?
This one's at disadvantage, yes.
Okay.
Hit.
There we go. All right. And
all right, 14 damage.
okay.
And it's now Lenora's turn.
All right. Yeah, I kind of want to hop in there too. Hopefully, can't breathe fire every turn, right? Actually, Roenick, you took how much? 30 damage, and you're still pretty.
He only took 15 because it was he saved.
He saved, right? He did half damage, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're not super in trouble. I don't have to worry about running into heal just yet. That's good. There's no water in this room, is there? It doesn't seem like it.
No, just the tile.
Kind of looks like the room we're in is like a speech bubble. If you look at the little arrow going at the bottom of the room. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, which creates a little floating weapon around me that I can trigger every turn on top of whatever I do on my turn. But
Okay.
for this turn, all that's going to happen is this Spiritual Weapon. So it'll be a nice fat mace that's going to be brought down on this guy's head. So I'm taking a swing with my Spiritual Weapon. Let me target him.
And standing where you're at, right? So you're using it from here.
Yeah, when I cast a spell, I can make a melee. Yeah, I cast the spell within 60 feet of a monster. Yeah, and then I can have this thing basically hover. So am I targeting
Gotcha.
him? All right, so yeah, it's going to hover over his head and just bonk him constantly. I'm targeting Roenick. I got to untarget Roenick. Okay, now I'm just tile chimera. All right, so Spiritual Weapon cast. Let's see if this works as it should. Wow.
That's a hit.
Nice. All right. And damage. Sweet. And now I can run in next round and attack him and have the thing attack too.
Nice. All right. So it's still hovering in the air above him.
Exactly.
And now it's Fife's turn. Don't forget you have the necrotic on him as well.
Muted, Fife? Just thinking.
You there, Fife?
Yeah, we can't hear you, but I saw your move. All right.
I was talking. So if I move, nothing bad happens. Right?
No, nothing happened. You moved down to this part of the room.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just going to do the same thing again. Another 2 Eldritch Seas.
All right. That's a hit. 7 damage.
7, and then another 6. So that's another 4 on top of that. And one more hit. Ooh, I don't know.
And that's a miss. Damn, that's the same number I missed last time.
But roll your necrotic now.
No, the necrotic only hits if I hit him. So I have to do damage.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Is Krabik, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Do I hit cast or attack? I forget.
Should be cast. Misses.
No, it should be more than that, right? Should be more than a +3.
It's like a
Oh no, is it
plus
broke
8.
again?
Hold on.
Yeah.
So
Let me check. So
no,
actually,
no. So
it should have been 5 more. It should have been 11, right?
but it still misses.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I will use one of my luck rolls then.
Okay.
Don't you wish you took that, Balasar? Oh.
It's the exact same roll.
Exact same roll.
Yeah.
All
Out
right.
of curiosity, what did you take instead of the awesome one? Is he
I took tough, which gave me an extra 20 hit points. Because the other thing I got made fun of is that I had so little hit points.
I was wondering how you got up to my range.
His AC is crazy though.
My AC is crazy, so I really didn't need it. But I also think, I don't know, I couldn't take a luck. It's too Monty for me. It's too much. Monty, like that's what they used to call things that were too powerful in DM, in D&D, like Monty Hall, like let's make a deal.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's Tronic's turn then.
I looked it up. You guys were right. I only get 2 attacks unless I use action surge.
Action surge, right?
Which
But
would
you
be
can
the
do
third
once
attack.
per full rest, yeah.
Correct. Once per full rest. Okay. Let's. I'm gonna just attack him with the greatsword again.
All right.
No disadvantage this time, right?
Not on your first swing, no.
Shit. I have advantage because I cast True Strike on him.
Oh, that's true. Why don't you
So I
re-roll
give
real
him the
quick?
roll.
Just roll another roll. Let's see if you hit him. We'll retro that. 12. 15.
Yeah.
Plus, actually, 5 more. Yes, you do hit. So do your damage real quick.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna
it did on its
do
own, but you actually had even higher.
acid.
All right, 11 damage. It went on too. All right, and now it's your turn, Tronic.
Okay. Let me swing with the sword.
It's a hit.
Okay.
All right. As you swing your sword across, the lion's face tries to grab at the blade, and your blade kind of goes into its mouth and splits off the top of the lion's head, and the chimera falls to the ground and disintegrates, and you see bits and pieces of it, like it breaks into a million pieces of color, and they return to the tile. And the tile moves and slants back into the spot where it once was.
Abadubu!
You don't see that every day.
Now that we're in a semi holding position, can we do an Arcana check on Balasar?
Sure. Okay. Both of you have the feeling, you don't know all the details, but you do get the sense that Balasar has been... he's been cursed in some way. And it just appears, especially after you saw him fight and everything, and he seemed to behave normal in battle, it appears that he is just simply... possibly muted.
Simple Jack.
Yeah, he's a simple Jack.
I'm gonna talk to Lenora, and I'm gonna ask her if she has any greater healing type spells because I think that something like this could last up to a month.
Lenora shakes her head and says, would that I were level 9. I could solve this. Not actually level 9. No, I don't currently have a power that could cure him. Perhaps if I studied a bit more, I could. But for now, I think we're stuck with this version of Belisar, who's attacking us.
Yeah, he just
What's
attacked
happening?
at the air. I think he thinks the chimera is still alive.
Okay.
No, Balasar, no.
Belisar, stop! Oh, he's our
Oh my god.
he's our special friend now. He's
Is this what it's like? Is this what it's like for when you guys have to deal with me?
yes.
Yes.
It is very
Exactly.
similar.
Wait,
Um,
sorry, I didn't even realize that I attacked. Sorry, I'm
It was good though. It's good roleplay.
Dan's real life, like,
I am so sorry. Maybe you should wear the helmet.
No, you keep that goddamn helmet on. We don't.
But
need
aren't you glad we made that that side quest to get some flowers? Because I have a feeling we're gonna need a lot of these flowers in the future.
Nathan, do I know if Dispel Magic will cure Balasar?
You can certainly try. You're not sure.
Would I know? I know. Matt Shafiq knows. Would Lenora know?
Yeah.
Looking at Balasar and
Yeah,
knowing
we'll
that
say. Yeah, we'll say actually, we'll just say that Kravik knows. He had a really good Arcana roll there. That would not affect him because it's something broken in his mind. It's not necessarily. You know what I mean?
It's more like a curse than like a lingering spell. Like,
Yes.
you need greater magic than that.
All right, we'll try to fix him up once we get
You'd
back
have to
to
mend
town.
his mind
Well-
somehow.
Balasar, can you continue on? Do we need to go to town, or are you able to continue the mission?
I think you can
Nod
continue.
once.
We just can't do magic or anything.
Yeah, I don't think that he knows how to even respond to that question right now.
Yeah,
He-
I just
He
nod.
nodded before.
I nod and I show my sword.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Man, Summer really didn't want Banner to get the RP point for the next session.
Well, no, that was actually going to be my question for the other thing. Was I was like, oh, did I get RP or something last week? Because then I could use an inspiration.
You do have an inspiration. You do have one. Lenora has one. Balasar, Troenick, and Kravik all have an inspiration right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well,
The
never
star.
mind.
That's what the star means.
They
I
love
may
you.
want to dip into my inspiration. I got a few luck rolls though until I dip in.
I'm gonna say, like, just based on what I've seen this happen to a few people before, he's just gonna be stupid but not dangerous. Which, like, to be fair, Troenick, sometimes you were both stupid and dangerous. So he will not hurt us, and if anything, he will mindlessly fight to help us. But he's not going to be able to do anything fancy in terms of like some of his paladin spell work. At least that's where I think it goes.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Well, in
All
the
right.
meantime,
Well, let's move on, and I think maybe not send another mage hand flying because I think that was bad.
Yeah, I think
Learned. Lesson learned.
Troenick, do you need a heal?
sure, that'd be great. Just a flesh wound, but
Oh,
Okay. I look at Lenora as I offer her heals.
well, yeah, way to offer up my powers. Fine.
Like,
Do you need a song too, Troy? Because
I'll play a song. I'll do a little dancey dance.
Yeah, Nathan, what is... so I can't heal. Can I lay on hands? Or does that... Even that...
Only in
require too
battle.
much?
Only in battle.
Only in battle I can...
Yeah,
lay on
in
hands.
battle,
Okay.
your instincts would kick in, and you would be able to. But normally, out of battle, no.
all right.
Okay,
I'm
and
using my healer's kit, one of them, on Troenick. So it is going to be D6. What is it? Plus 8.
Yeah,
It's one per hit die or per level, right? Basically, right?
yeah.
Also plus my bonus, or not plus my bonus, my wisdom bonus.
I don't think so. I don't think plus the wisdom.
Let me double check it because this is the thing I should memorize because I do it so goddamn often. Abilities, healer, 1d6 plus 4 plus additional hit points. The plus 4 is not tied to my wisdom, but it is 1d6 plus 4.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right, so it's 1d6 plus 4 plus 8. So 1d6 plus 12.
Okay.
Going to Tronic. Booyah!
Fully healed.
Maximum healing.
I
so
feel
that's,
great. I feel even better than I did before I got
yeah.
fire.
And let's see if my healer's kit withstands the awesome heal. It does not.
All right, yeah, delete that
While
one.
they were doing this, I take out a piece of paper that I have and an ink pen, and I draw a picture of me and Balasar, like buddy cops, like him with a sword fighting like a monster, and like me doing like magic, so he understands. And I give it to him to remind him.
Wapahango.
Mm,
In the
Nathan,
meantime,
so what are we looking at here? Are any of these doors been jimmied open the way the other two had?
Well, the chalk on the door to the north looks fairly fresh. It does say the word safe. The door to the right going to the east, you can't tell if it's been disturbed or not. And then there's a hallway going to the south where there's no door.
I'm gonna still check for traps without the mage hand on that top door.
Sure. No need to roll. There's no traps. It looks just like a normal door.
Okay, well, this thing says safe. I mean, it could be a trap, but barring any magic, it seems to be okay. Look, it opens, and I open the door.
All right. Okay, as soon as the door opens, first thing you notice is it's a circular room on the inside. It looks like there's a pool of water in the center of the room. Crystal clear, so clear you can see the reflection of the ceiling above it. And that's what you see.
I walk over to the pool, and I stick my pinky in it. Just a little bit of the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip, huh? For
We
real,
all
just the
did.
tip. So, let's see. As you stick your finger into it, first of all, you can tell that it's really deep. Actually, it looks like it might be it's really clear water. It looks like it may be a tunnel. It goes really deep. And that's pretty much it.
I relay that information back to my comrades. Guys, I think that there's a tunnel. This thing is really deep. So just one. I mean, we'd probably have to swim underwater.
Underwater?
Maybe we should check out the other rooms first, and then do the dive if nothing else presents itself.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check this southern tunnel just really quickly.
Okay, you peer down the hallway. It's a very, very long hallway. It slants down sharply. I say sharply, but what I mean is it's throughout this entire hallway. It just kind of dips. It's going lower, like a ramp. And roll me an intelligence, or I'm sorry, an investigation check real quick.
Okay.
Okay, you notice that there is right there where you're standing, to the way that you're facing, to your right, or to the left there, to the west, let's just say that.
Okay.
There's a trap door there. You feel fairly certain there's a trap of some sort here.
I'm gonna turn back and be like, guys, it's trapped, which could mean that this is the way to go, but also it's trapped.
Where's that damn halfling when we need him?
No.
Hmm.
How do you disable traps? Is there a way to disable traps?
In this case, it would be a sleight of hand, because you would just be trying to mess with this trap door and try to open it and activate it without getting hurt.
I mean, I have pretty good sleight of hand. I guess I'm going to try to disarm this trap.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand. Okay, so you begin messing with it, and you do begin to pry it open. As soon as you begin to pry it open, you feel the weight of something very heavy. You let go of the door itself and fall back a few feet, and it opens up, and a giant boulder comes rolling out and rolls down the hallway.
Ooh.
Idiot. Does it look like there's any more traps in that area? Or is that
Nope.
the big one?
Doesn't look like it.
Is that boulder rolling toward us, or
No, it rolled down,
Just-
down all the way down the hallway.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of the trap, guys.
All right.
Good job.
Should we try this other door and see if it opens?
I don't want to do it.
Let's check for traps first.
Check for traps.
Who's checking?
I'll check, I guess.
Would
What
that
is it?
we had a thief at our disposal?
What's the
Okay,
what's the
so-
check for?
I investigate for traps.
All right, perfect. First of all, it's double doors, obviously, as you guys can see, and it is plated in corroded copper, and it's engraved to depict a group of wizards peering over a pool of water. You also see the oversized figure of a male wizard at the top of the image, raises with his hand raised as if summoning a creature from the pool. And the door bulges out noticeably from their frame, pushed out by the weight of stone. As you're investigating it and everything, you can tell that it looks as though if this door is opened, the ceiling is going to collapse on the room on the other side.
On the other side of the door.
Yes, so
I mean, on the
you
side
can
that
tell.
we're at.
No, on the other side. So when the door opens, it basically holds the ceiling on the other side. It's going to crash down.
Right. So it's sort of like a self-destruct
Yes.
for whatever's in there.
Which
All right.
also would tell you that nobody's been through this way, right?
Yeah. All right. So I believe, if the door is to be believed, the northern passage is where you summon a monster from, and the bottom passage then is where we should all head.
Or, I mean, I'm sorry, maybe I should have said this. You deactivated it, right? So you had a good roll. You were able to open the door in such a way, barely and carefully, to where the trap went off, the ceiling collapsed, and it's now a safe passageway.
The door that was closed to the
Yes,
east?
you've deactivated. Yes, you've deactivated that door to the east. The trap.
Oh, so that wasn't like a self-destruct. That was like a kill us.
Yes, it was
trying
a
to go
kill
in.
you. Yes, it was a kill
Gotcha.
you.
All right, so now what do we see then in that room?
There's another set of... Oh, I guess I should open it for you. There is another set of double doors on the other side. It's a very small room, just big enough to kill everybody if they were to rush in the room.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's investigate this door then. So,
I mean, yeah, it feels like if they put safe back there, that could have been a way to trap us.
Is the pool that was on the door? Does that look like the pool that we just saw in the other room?
Yeah, it looks similar. Yeah.
I wonder if what.
I don't think
Nathan,
we should all be in that one room while we check out that door. Just saying.
I'm going to use another luck, and I'm also going to use one of my divination rolls and make that into a
Okay.
an 11. So that'll be 19 total.
Yeah, it seems totally normal.
Open it.
All right, I open the door.
All right, the door opens. You can't see the entire room from standing on this side, but you do notice some broken arrows, some blood stains. There's a dead cultist strewn across the floor of the chamber.
Oh, how freshly dead does he look?
Very fresh. The blood is still wet.
Yeesh.
I go in.
All right. So, when you walk in, now that you're in the room, you can see it looks like a long gallery. and to the north is a much larger pool, like the one you've seen earlier. Roll me an intelligence check real quick.
Okay. Not my strong suit.
Yeah, that's all you notice.
I'll use one of my other luckies actually,
All right.
and see if I can.
I'll tell you
better.
what.
There you go.
Okay. Let's see here. You can tell that because there's the blood and the dead cultist here, broken arrows. You can tell from that the arrows looks like they came from the north, and they're carved of stone, and their heads are in the shape of fangs, set in the symbol of a cobra with a crown above it.
So what is? Sorry,
you reckon? It's like a cobra head with a crown on top of its head.
Where is that? That's at the other end
The
of
arrow,
hall?
the broken arrow that has. It appears these arrows have killed this cult member, and that's what the arrows look like. And it looks like it came from the north. So you suspect there was a trap in this room. Here's the interesting thing, though. They didn't go through the room you just came from, or else they would have broken the ceiling. So apparently there's another way into this room.
I relay all that information to my friends. You should be careful in this room that, there's maybe some bells or something that we shouldn't step on. These arrows, might not be the last of them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a set of doors. I'll walk slowly, Nathan.
Okay.
Can I investigate as I'm walking to make sure I'm not
Just roll one investigate for the whole thing.
Okay. I'll save my last lucky roll, so hopefully this is a good one.
Yeah, you don't know.
Do you need any help?
Should I run in? Lord Lucky Lenora? She
You can if you'd like.
Maybe Krabic should go. I feel like Krabic's the best one.
I mean, at this point,
I'm just kind of
right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of walking and
Slowly.
heading toward.
Okay.
Slowly toward.
Are you going in the room, Lenora?
Yeah.
Okay, Lenora. When you walk in and you see this scene, I need you to roll me a religion. Because you're a cleric. Roll me a religion check real quick.
Not my strongest suit. Apparently, I know of only one religion, given my intelligence. But let's see what we got.
Okay, yeah, nothing. All right, Tronic.
Why do you get -1?
I have a low intelligence. That's my one very low stat.
And it gives you a minus for it?
Yeah.
If you have a low enough stat, if your stat's below 10, then you get penalties.
Yeah, you get penalties. Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm not.
Wait, as a paladin, do I get to roll this?
You would
or
have,
am I-
however, your mind is.
Or you have sound mind.
Yeah. If you're a sound mind, absolutely.
What about me as a learned individual?
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah, roll a religion.
Religion?
Check. Yep.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Where is it? Okay. So when you walk in this room, Krabic, first of all, this is based on the cobra with the crown on its head. You recognize that this is based on a religion that used divination pools, which are pools of water to summon creatures or things like that. But it does require a sacrifice.
Kill your bat. Kill your bat.
So divination for the purpose of summoning.
Yes.
Okay. Now I don't suppose this gives me any sort of because my school is divination. I'm a divination savant. I don't suppose that gives me any additional information here.
No, not necessarily. No.
Okay. Right.
Oh wait, can I give him a bardic inspiration? That help?
For what?
No, he got
I don't know.
all he could get out of it.
Okay.
He got a
All
good
right,
roll.
well, let's investigate this door then also.
Okay, roll me a investigation real quick.
All right.
No traps.
Okay. And what about this guy over here?
Roll an investigation. No traps.
All right. Let's open both these doors then.
All right,
Is there anything interesting about either of these doors that's like looks like one's been walked through, or
even some of the
you can't really tell. You're not sure. They're not ajar or anything.
mm-hmm.
You can't tell by the dust on the floor.
dust pattern? Yeah.
No. You're not sure. It's still pretty dusty.
I'll open the double doors if you want to open that single one, Crab.
All right, sounds good.
Count of 3. Ready?
All right.
Wait, why would you?
No. Again, both awful things jump out at us at the same time.
Rooms have monsters on the other side of them, you dum-dums.
All right, so Krabik, I'm going to start with you. You open the door. I'm going to pull you down so you can see. It looks like just a hallway that leads to another door down it. Tronic, you open your door, and you immediately notice it looks like there's a platform with stairs going up to a large, well-decorated coffin. Looks like the resting place, sarcophagus sitting atop stepstone. And the walls in here are decorated with life-size frescoes showing the lost gods of Netheril and Inaria. A very, very extravagant.
I relay that information back to my friends. But also, Shafiq, how are you on time?
Yeah, we should probably start wrapping up soon, or else you can kind of auto play Lenora that she plays a mean cleric. If you want to go for another half an hour or so, but I mean, I got another 15 minutes, let's say.
I'm down for calling it as soon as we can, as soon as we want to.
Yeah, this is a decent spot. Yeah, this is a decent spot to stop it, because it's going to get pretty deep in a minute. So.
Oh, pretty deep in a minute.
So
Can you
If
you guys go any further,
cliffhanger?
you may not want to stop. So is all I'm saying. Not necessarily that there's something, but you're about to get into some things that would make it not as fun to quit at.
All right. Well, let's call it then.
Open on. Tronic opens the double doors, and this altar is the light comes down, and the frescoes are all glimmering, and I turn back and be like, guys. And then we cut to next week.
Yep, sounds good.
A large boulder falls from the ceiling.
The giant green dragon in the middle of the forest, making out like kissing. And the knowledge that we just had on that.
That was like the after credits scene.
Guys, I think you're gonna want to see this.
All right. Well, that is the end of episode 6, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us. And we will continue. Are we taking next week off, guys? Wasn't that right? Or no? I don't remember.
I'm here.
I think people are around. I'm a maybe for next week, but I am happy to sit out. At worst, like if I'm in not a great place, I could like sit in and like maybe type a few things if I can like play Lenora like at least secondarily, I think. So
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere. I'll be around. It's just like will I be in the mood and ate well enough to play?
Oh, right.
I'll keep you guys.
You can put a spell on Lenora where she can't speak. She can only act.
Yeah, I'll run back to the prior room and open my eyes and look at all the things.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll discuss it in chat and we'll go from there. What everybody wants to do next week, but we can continue. And Lenora, if you want to play, but you're just not feeling too good, but you still want to play, we can do your roles for you, etc. If you just want to be on voice, we'll do it however you want to do it, or we'll skip it if you want to. All right. Well, thanks everybody. We're going to go now, but thanks everybody. We had a pretty good turnout tonight. One of the better ones we've done. So appreciate everybody. I hope you have fun. It's a lot of theater of the mind. That's the way D&D works. Hopefully everybody had a good time. and we will see you next week with more D&D and more story and more Rise of Tiamat. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.